I'm waiting for Keanu. All I'm doing is waiting for Keanu because I can start.
What are you waiting for Keanu for? Keanu never does anything. You just walk right out of the thing.
Yeah. How many times do I have to tell you? Do not swim past the buoy. Island living, am I right? Nope, don't swim past the buoy!
Keanu rolls in, she's 5 clicks late. A white claw in hand, she's laughing at fate. Skittles rain down like candy confetti. Her vibe is chaos, loud and petty. It's Bacchanal Thursday, the wildest spree. Keanu's got the crown of this calamity. Laugh till it hurts, feel the room ignite. With her and Michaeline, it's a party all night.
I'm just waiting for this vodka to hit me.
She's got Kiki bucks spilling from her coat, trading laughs for fans. She's the goat. Michaeline is there. She's pouring shots. This mother-daughter duo's got all the plots. It's Bacchanal Thursday, the wildest spree. Keanu's got the crown of his calamity. Laugh till it hurts, feel the room ignite. With her and Michaeline, it's a party all night.
No, just 2 vodka evening.
Yes, you weigh 6 pounds.
With
White claw on tap, Skittles take flight. Keanu's chaos turns wrongs into rights. The crowd cheers louder for snarky delay. She's not sorry, she's just made that way. It's Bacchanal Thursday, the wildest spree. Keanu's got the crown of his calamity.
Attention family. You guys look great. I'll be here right now. Don't misbehave, but
I have it as a drop because I love. Yes, I love it. I love it. I don't know. I love it. I have it.
White claw on tap, Skittles take flight. Keanu's chaos turns wrongs into rights. The crowd cheers louder for a snarky delay. She's not sorry, she's just made that way. It's Bacchanal Thursday, the wildest spree. Keanu's got the crown of his calamity. Feel the room ignite. With her and Michaeline, it's a party all night.
My dancing.
Alright. Alright. Alright.
What is wrong with you? You terrified me.
Hello, everyone. Happy Bacchanal Thursday. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? Tell me now or I'll start screaming. I'll scream. 1, 2, 3. I think you can. Can you hear me? Feel me? It's Bacchanal Thursday. You never know what might happen on a Bacchanal Thursday. Hello, darlings. Hello, Araya. Hello, Carrie R. Hello, Jeff Hillman. Hello, Courtney. Seen, heard, felt. Thank God. Thank God. My gosh. Michaeline will be here soon. Our guest will be here in just a moment. They're both backstage. I am very excited for this episode. We have to talk about a few things. First of all, I have the luxury of having my best friend on. She was a bridesmaid in my wedding. She's a sexy vixen who's going to tell us about her new life and passion of being a stripper. And then maybe we'll all become strippers. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it. We're very excited indeed. Kiki Bucks are in order. And then also, first of all, let me give out some Kiki Bucks. 1 trillion Kiki Bucks for everyone here right now. And 8 Kiki coins.
Wow.
Don't spend them all in one place. We can't get enough. We can't. It's Bacchanal Thursday. You never know what might happen. You never know. So any questions you have for Amy, put them in the chat. She has some questions for you, fine folks, actually, about dating and many subjects. So feel free, ask her anything, and she will ask you things as well. And Michaeline will be here in just a moment. And then I don't know if you guys have seen, I am in the middle of the third and final episode of the documentary about it's the Sin City Gigolos. There was a show on Showtime called Gigolos that I watched for years. Michaeline and I watched it forever. Back when I used to do the Week in Sex podcast with Alan Fuchs, we had the booker of said Gigolos, Cowboys and Angels, on our program. And now this documentary comes out that one of the Gigolos murdered someone. So we're going to have to talk about it. It's insane. It's wild, insane, bawdy, just ripe for a Bacchanal Thursday. So we're very excited, very excited. Araya, I used to bartend. Ooh, Araya, I used to bartend at a premier strip club on 38th in Annapolis. Perfect. I love it. I love it. Stripping and lap dances reserved for girlfriends. Reserved for girlfriends. I don't know what it means, Aaron. So you give your girlfriends the lap dances? I don't know, but we're going to get into it, and I'm very excited. And then maybe we have a special guest if Amy is willing to talk to him. I don't know if she is. So without further ado, let's bring in Michaeline first, and then we'll get Amy in here really fast. First of all, you know her, you love her. Oh, she's not even there yet. Michaeline! Michaeline! God, so stupid. Now I'm embarrassed. There she is. Her studio's all there. I'm sorry. It's fine. I just wanted to sing Amy's praises with you. It's fine, Mom. I told you 10:15. I told you 10:15. Get out here now. This is so embarrassing. I can't. This is ridiculous. It's Michaeline's world, and we're all just living in it.
One moment, please. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. I'm sorry. I'm under the weather. I'm under the weather.
Hi, Mumsy.
Hi, everybody. I'm under the weather.
I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather. What do you think's going on?
It's either a cold or a massive allergy attack from the pollen in the air.
That happens.
I mean, I don't know. McGuinevere, are you having pollen in North Carolina there? I don't know if McGuinevere's here. Anyway.
She is.
I can't I can't breathe. My
that
eyes,
good.
I feel horrible.
Well, snap out of it.
I'm trying to. I had a white t-shirt on. I looked like pale and white t-shirt, and so I went and put this burgundy little sweater on.
It's lovely.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
young, fun, and fabulous.
Young, fun, and fabulous.
He's young, he's fun, he's fabulous.
Yes, fucking pollen. It is. It's killing me too, McGuinevere. I'm not even kidding. Holy cow. I was thinking I was sick, but I'm not really sick. My head is full of pollen.
Get some local honey, Mickey, Araya says.
I think I have some local honey. And then should I put it with lemon?
I imagine that all the men come up to you in Rock Hill and say, "Are you local, honey?" And you're like, "No, bitch." I'm from Chicago.
I'm from Chicago. Oh my God.
And in water, anybody that you need to ban, go ahead and ban them. You know I won't mind. It's fine. People are already like, fucking.
What are
don't
they doing? What are they saying mean stuff about us? What?
Before it even started, they're just like,
What were they saying?
look, you know, ban me, I'll terminate her channel. Okay. Well, you can go away. How? Get out of here.
Who
Get
was
out of
saying
here if you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, really. Didn't your mother tell you that if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all? Dick brains.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ban me and I'll terminate her channel.
I hate
Are
to
you
see
the owner
this.
of YouTube? Is the owner of YouTube here?
Where is it? Where does it say that?
I don't know. I'll ban her myself. Go away, Jenny from the block. It's very odd behavior. Anyway,
Yes.
we can't be bothered. Let them say what they want. But any of my moderators, you feel free. Ban away. It's perfectly fine. So other than your cold, Michaeline, how are you feeling?
I feel fine. I'm just like it's in my eyes, it's in my nose. I just feel like I'm not quite all there. Aren't you glad I told you about the gigolo who killed somebody?
We will get into that after we talk to Amy. That is unbelievable. Unfucking believable. I have so much to say. I'm in the middle of the third and final episode.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing today, but I was rewatching just to see if I missed anything. Yeah, it's unbelievable. We loved those guys.
We loved them.
When you guys had the Booker on from that, when you were on
Cowboys and Angels. Yes, we had Darren.
I was like, shit, you're gonna get to go there and be with Nick.
I mean, it was like
I said, I want to go there too.
I just can't. Well, I have so much to say. So much to say. I can't believe that this hasn't been on the major. I guess you know what? It was a late night show.
I mean, maybe we just missed it. I just don't know why. It's so funny.
But so we will get into that later because we only have one precious hour with Amy because she has sleep to get to as she is a busy, busy lady. Amy Clark has been my best friend since kindergarten. She was a bridesmaid in my wedding. She was formerly a professional ballet dancer and she has moved to Chicago and she is thriving in her newfound profession.
Absolutely.
As a stripper. So we're going to get into all of the questions with her. Are you ready, Michaeline?
Yes. Bring on Amy.
Bring on Amy.
Bring on Amy. Yes.
Amy, what you want to do? He hates that song. Amy Clark, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I like your new setup, Mickey. I didn't see the lights before. The lights are great.
Thank you. You helped me with my wallpaper,
I
remember?
did.
Yeah.
Imperfectly, but yes.
So how are you doing?
I'm okay. I've started a bunch of jobs, one of which is dancing in a strip club. So that's like the most interesting one. But
I like it.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Amy Araya says another reason to meet in Chicago. Yes, we've been talking about having a fan meetup in Chicago because some of us are it's right in the middle of where everyone would be. So maybe we will
be an honorary family member because you guys are from Chicago and now I just happens to end up here.
That's right. And if you ever need somebody to hang around with, you could call some of my cousins or my brother or
actually
my nephews.
I think I saw Vinny on the street like a couple weeks ago actually.
My cousin Vinny?
Oh yeah, Keanu told me that him and his girlfriend broke up and I was like, well, I wish I'd known that then. I would have said hi. I didn't say hi at the time.
Yeah.
Lame.
Exactly. Yeah. He is a handsome.
He's very handsome. Vinny is very handsome. Yes. Indeed. We didn't know at that time either. I don't think that he broke up with his girlfriend. So anyway. But Is it snowing there, or is the weather
No,
good?
it's weird. It was snowing last week, but then it was like 75. Honestly, like I haven't really cared about the winter, but I'm ready for it to be over. It's time.
Yeah. And summers there are so great. You're gonna love that for sure.
So, Amy, you moved there. You started walking dogs. You're like, this isn't really for me. You wanted always for your life to work in a museum, and you have a museum job, but those jobs don't always pay the bills, right?
Correcto. It's a nice job. I like doing it, but yeah, we need something else in addition.
And you have been dancing your entire life. As we used to, I mean, goddamn, Anne Blackwell Studio. I don't think she would mind.
She may be dead.
You know what? I think about that all the time. Is Anne alive?
I haven't heard that she died. I think I would have heard about it.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to be 90 by now, right?
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, I think
always
her husband passed away, but I would have heard about it, I think, down the gossip line of Rock Hill.
So Amy and I went from kindergarten to she left before 8th grade, to 8th grade together, almost. But we've remained friends. She was a bridesmaid in my wedding, and she continued dancing ballet, of course, long after I did. After I got ran under by a car, I moved into theater. Amy kept up with it. We both had matching eating disorders, and we both went to the same eating disorder day camp. Even when we weren't we went to the same college. Even when we weren't keeping up with each other, we were always keeping up with each other, and we've never really lost touch. But now we're both healed, healthy, happy, and living in cities. And Amy said, "You know what? Fuck it. If I can't make money working in a museum, I will be a stripper, and that is fine." Tell me the process of getting into the strip clubs in Chicago.
Yeah, I've wanted to do this for like probably the last 5 or 6 years, but I don't know, like all the hangups that other people have. I talked to my dad about this the other day. I think people think it's like scary to work in a strip club if they've never worked in nightlife, but I've worked in nightlife for like 15 years. And honestly, like in all the bars I've worked at by myself, closing late at night by myself, sometimes till like 4 a.m. I never had security. I never had cameras. Like you'd be surprised how many bars and restaurants you go to that don't have any cameras or an alarm system. It's so
true. They let as bartenders, they let like young women close up at 4 a.m. by them fucking selves.
And I used to like
first thing I said to you, I said, I think you'd feel safe because they have security out the ass at strip clubs. Like,
yeah, I used to think like, I'd get pissed at people to be like, oh, but you might get murdered or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so what? Like, if I'm going to get murdered, I'm going to get murdered. And also like my male counterparts could also get murdered. Like everyone could get murdered. That doesn't mean I'm not allowed to work at night. That's so dumb. But I
think that the strip club
either in the cards or it isn't,
I always thought too,
no control over that shit.
Yeah, but I think maybe now I like care about my life a little more, and I was probably just like depressed more than anything. I didn't care. But either way, like working in a strip club is so much safer than any of the other nightlife jobs I've had. It's more like organized. It's more flexible. Again, I've got like security constantly. They have metal detectors. They have cameras. Right. So like even in like when I lived in Seattle, Washington is an open carry state. So like there are people who just walk around with guns, which is insane. And yeah. Have anybody checking bags or anything like that at any of the bars I worked at. And I thought about it sometimes, even at the like museums that I worked at, that wasn't the case. So either way.
Do they have a metal detector at the museum you work for?
No.
You see, you never know. Right.
It's crazy because there's like kids involved. I don't know. I don't understand how these laws work out. None of it is logical to me at all, but whatever. Anyway, the process of getting into a strip club was kind of hard. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. You can't just like show up and like be cute and get accepted. That's not really how this works. And one of the places that I tried to audition at, you have to have like a special app. and then they go through your profile and they like do a background check and they try to approve you. It's like very professional. And I actually got denied from that club, which sucks because it's close.
Just from your photos alone?
Yeah, but I also think I didn't have like enough references and stuff. I mean, it was like applying for a real big girl job. And I still might try to like work at that club, but I'm gonna put it on pause for a little while. And anyway, it was like the same night that I was supposed to audition at the other place, and I was like, well, I'm already dressed up. I have my makeup on. Like, let's just go to a different club. And so I called the club that I work at now, and I was like, hey, are you taking auditions? And they're like, yeah, show up between like 6 and 9, and like you'll do an audition. And like some places.
By the way, I told Amy, I said, you need to fuck the online thing, fuck calling, go into a club, show them your boobs. She has magnificent, large breasts.
Yeah,
She's
but
blonde.
still,
like I'm like, just show up there. It's like it is. It and then what happened? They're like, oh, this bitch, she'll be great. Like dance background, fuck it. Look at her breasts.
Well, even still, like that may be somewhat true, but I like the club that I work at actually makes you audition. There are some other clubs where they just want to see your body and be like, okay, like we think you're cute or we don't. But like the club I work at, like actually made me get on stage for like 6 minutes and like do a whole routine, which is like why I'm there to begin with, you know, like
do you smile while you're doing it, or do you,
I don't know.
Are you sexy? Are you pouty? What are you doing? What kind of stripper are you?
Honestly, I feel like I'm like whatever mood I'm in that day. I can literally do whatever I want, Nikki. It's incredible. I can be bitchy if I want to be bitchy. I can be flirtatious if I want to be flirtatious. I can be nice. I can be not nice. Like it doesn't matter. I don't care. Yeah.
I hope you don't mind me saying it's perfect for your bipolar disorder.
It's like
whatever mood you're in. It's like I can be that. Also,
so you just put it on your face, whatever mood you're in. That's
well, and sometimes I don't have to, you know, like I don't even have to talk to people. Like if I don't want to, I can just leave or
and
like go upstairs.
There's so much security around. Like that's why I thought it would be the perfect sort of thing for you. You're a fantastic dancer. You're sexy. You're blonde. And you have extensive. You've been taking pole dancing class. You have a stripper pole in your house. You've been taking pole dancing classes for years. See, just for fun. So
and everybody has their own reasons for like getting into these businesses. But for me, like I've been wanting to do it for years. And the irony of all of this is like my only hang up. And I've mentioned this to Mickey and Keanu before and like sob cried about it. We're not going to do that today. But I literally thought like I just wasn't a good enough dancer to do this. It's so insane. It's so insane.
It's the most unbelievable thing because you're not insecure about just taking your clothes off and showing your magnificent body, but you're afraid of how you dance. You are.
That's what I said. I'm like,
That's
Amy,
crazy.
I'm like, you have 15 years of professional ballet training.
I don't know.
You're worried about how you dance.
Yeah. Well, and like I know that's just like baby insecurity like creeping in. I feel like no matter how old you get, like you still have that little voice that's like, I'm not perfect. But
Araya, so she was a bartender at a strip club. She said, I love when they put on an actual routine or show. Right. And that's what Amy will give you and also be sassy. Right. There was right. Some strippers, it depends on the strip club. I told Amy this because she was telling me like, I'm like, how was your first night? And she said, it was great. I'm exhausted and my knees do hurt. Right.
Yes.
I told her, I said, this is the bottom of the barrel strip club. I was in college. I went there with my boyfriend in Clemson. Right. It was BYOB. It was a snow day. There was no one in there except for me, him, and his friend who a fraternity brother like drove us there. Right. So I walked up to the stage and there was a stripper in a cardigan. Okay. She was in a cardigan. There was no one else in there. And I gave her $20. And then she went, she took off the cardigan. And then she got down on her knees and she went, damn, my knees hurt. Oh Oh my God. But this is a Clemson, outside of Clemson, South Carolina strip club. This is not where Amy is working. But I
Did
understood.
she shrug her sweater off, kind of like exhausted?
She's like, it's just cold in here. I'm gonna get on the pole in my cardigan. It was like a Urban Outfitters cardigan, and just with nothing underneath. I'm like, I just want to give you the money. You don't really need to take the cardigan off or get down on your knees. I'll never forget it. But
so, Amy, when you're dance, I assume there's a pole there on the stage, right?
Yeah, there is. And actually, the place that I work at, I think it used to be a male strip club because the poles are a lot thicker than like what you normally would have. So it's actually like kind of
you
hard.
said a mouthful there. The poles
is it
are
harder to dance on those?
Yeah, it is.
Poles?
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
all
being
the girls
facetious.
complain about it, but it's just like what it is. We're not gonna fix it.
And do you dance always by yourself, or do other girls dance while you're there too?
No, we have 2 stages, but one is kind of in the back and like just for practice. So it's really just one person like at a time, and we go through like a rotation all night long. And then if you end up like having a private dance or something, you get taken off of that list, and then when you're finished, you get back into the rotation.
I see.
Yeah, and it just depends how many girls are there. Like sometimes we'll dance for like 3 songs, sometimes it'll be 2. It just depends
on any given night. How many girls are there to dance?
It varies. There's no schedule, so you can kind of just come and go as you please.
Yeah.
And I would say probably like 10 to 20 every time.
Okay.
Johnny Claire says, I'm sorry, it's just, maybe it used to be a firehouse.
That could also be true. Yeah. But I don't know. I told Keanu this. It's so crazy. Like, I mean, I don't think I would have had the stomach to do this when I was younger. So I think I have like an advantage just like mentally doing it now. And I've been sober for 2 years. The likelihood of me getting like roofied, drugged, like getting into anything like that is so little. Yeah. But I will say the scheduling is insane. There's no schedule at all. You just come and go when you want. There's like a list of girls that like work there sometimes. You only have to show up once every 60 days.
That's what's so nice about it. It's like you can
leave, go to Europe for 2 months and come back one day.
Right. It's so nice. You can create your own schedule. You can come in when you want.
On Monday. Yeah. Some days I go in Tuesday through Wednesday. Sometimes I just go on Fridays. Like I can work it into like my other life. And I will say it's a gamble. Sometimes you walk away with like a couple dollars, and then other times you walk away with many dollars. So it's like it's not always a guarantee. And also, I mean, you would think that like Fridays or Saturdays would like always be busy. That's not true. I've had like Wednesday nights be the best so far, and some of my Fridays have been shit.
Yeah. Can you imagine like
maybe because like Friday and Saturday are date night, and
they don't want to be I had a Wednesday, like last Wednesday, I had a bunch of couples come in, which was kind of fun. I don't know why, that they were just the entire club was filled with couples.
Yeah, you know what? I've been to girl strip clubs with other girls. Like I went with my whole crew from TJ Maxx.
What?
It was very strange. I went with everybody from TJ Maxx. They bought me a lap dance. It was pretty
nice.
Funny. I remember those days where you were working at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, we went, and Loretta and I, we sometimes went to that same strip club just to
hang out.
Great,
I feel like if you're going to go out to a bar, if you're going to go out to a bar and drink, like you might as well get an added benefit if you're already.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and it was a nice. Yeah, it was a great place.
Well, I love a good strip club. I what woman doesn't like to hang out in a strip club, right? Well, I mean, it's kind of a fun, sassy thing to do.
The bar I work at, though, or the club I work at, is dry because there's like certain laws. It depends on the state, but so if it's a fully nude club, like completely naked, lips out, you can't sell liquor. That's just like.
Is yours completely naked, lips out?
Lips out, no liquor. All right, that's good. Well,
and like we have certain spaces though. Like there's certain spaces that you can only be topless. And then there's other more like exclusive spaces where you can be completely naked. It's never like a requirement, but because we have the option, they can't sell liquor, which is perfect for me. Because like for the most part, I don't have to be around drunk assholes. Like they're
Do the other girls drink on the job? Yeah, a lot. Right. Okay.
Yeah, you can drink, you can, I mean, you're not supposed to do drugs, but like they're
obviously right. Yeah. But there are some
you
girls
just
by the
have
end
to
of
be
the
so
night.
messed up that like it's obvious. But again, like I don't deal with any of that because I just don't deal with any of that. So
right.
I really.
How is it being the sober person in a space where people are probably all drinking? It's like,
honestly, like I've been around so many people who struggle with like addiction or just like working in bar life. Like this is nothing new to me. And because it's like all women, like women just don't act stupid. Like even when they're real drunk and like on drugs, like they're still like pretty responsible. And I'm not worried about like girls getting like handsy or like weird. Like they're not going to do that. So it's not even like a concern really. There was one girl who like got too drunk the other day and she did fall. She had to go home.
Like a customer or a stripper?
No, like a dancer.
Oh no.
I also was like, did she just fall? And I was like,
go home, Candy.
I was like, no, she meant to drop it low. Like she did it on purpose. Don't.
She's like, she just fell on her face. They're like, all right, Candy.
Really busted ass on stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So if you do 3 songs in a row, it's a matter of what, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes or
less than that. It's usually like 6 to 9 minutes, but that's exhausting. Like when you're
I can imagine
from start to finish, like girl, I'm old and my knees hurt and I can only do like 4 sets a night. Like realistically, like you have to take breaks and like you have to sell rooms and have to do other stuff just to get out of like the lineup. Because if you're not doing the other parts of the job, you're just going to be on stage all night and you're not going to make that much money and you're going to ruin your body.
And you're not old, by the way.
I am
you are what?
old.
You're not even 32 yet. Like,
almost.
Yes, exactly. Right. Almost right there at 32. But that's not old. And you know, that's yes, I understand your knees hurt and things. But listen, you got into this because of the love of the dance, and it's a good way to make money. And the other question I was going to ask is, on stage, that gives you a thrill and it's topless, but it's not like bottoms out or anything. But where the money comes from is Amy is in a predominantly how do I say this? The other strippers she doesn't look like a bunch of them. So she's sort of a commodity there. So they buy dances from you because you're the blonde, extremely white gal.
I don't even think like this is like a taboo thing to talk about, but for real, like I'm like one of 2 blonde girls that works at this club consistently. And I'm one of like maybe 5 white girls that works there. I'm also the only white girl that like gets dressed up and like does a full thing of makeup and like wears a cute outfit. The rest
what do the other white girls do?
And that's fine. Like there's people who love that and want that. I love that and want that, but like that's just not my like vibe. So
what do they wear? Like
I mean sometimes like those like fishnet dresses and stuff. A lot of girls wear that kind of stuff, or just like really tiny G-strings, and like I'll wear like thongs for sure, but they're just more like I have like cute like bikini bathing suits, one because they're like easy to wash, and 2, like I mean I have this like black get up that like has little pearl clasps and stuff, and I like usually wear earrings. So I think like my manager has also reached out to me a couple times to ask me to come in, probably because he knows that she's the only one of these I have. And that doesn't mean that always works. Like there's plenty of guys who come into the club who don't find me attractive. That happens all the time. But when it works, it works.
Yeah, you're like a little more fancy and
very like Marilyn Monroe vibes, except for the fact that all the music I play on stage at the moment, oh my gosh, whoever just said Metallica, Aaron James, like trashy old rock music, like Aerosmith, Korn, Three Doors, Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
I'm dancing to Marilyn Manson more than I'm dancing to anything else, and it works because I have a ton of tattoos, and people get like really surprised by it because everybody else is dancing to like trap music, so it just like switches it up.
Yeah.
Ooh, good idea. Oh, I was going to ask you because you told me about your audition, right? And the girl in the back was going, slow down a little bit because you were trying to dance to this like techno music that's like
EDM stuff. I hate that.
Yeah.
shit.
And you were like, so then because we're, we were dancers, we're like trying to go with the beat. But so you're trying to do this strip routine. Like, how do I
shaking my boobs like so fast, like awful. I was so out of breath. I thought I was gonna pass out afterwards because like the lights make it really hard to just breathe and pay attention.
I love it.
Do you do lap dances? I mean,
I have to. It's
you have to do lap
annoying, but
dances.
I actually have gotten to the point where like I'm allowed to be choosy though, because again, like I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Like I can say no to literally anything.
Right.
Like I don't know why, but like my best clients, like so far, have been middle-aged Black guys. They're obsessed with me, and they're super polite and like really kind, and just
they'll buy more than
really well. Like all work in finance or some kind of like tech thing.
Yeah,
and like that's not to say this is a stereotype and all men are like this. That's not true. But I do have like another niche like population that always tries to haggle me for cheaper prices. I can't do that because I owe the house money. Like I owe my bosses money at the end of the night. I can't give you cheaper prices because I would get screwed.
Let me ask you about that in just 2 seconds. Aaron James wants to know what percentage of customers actually tip performers, right?
Like on stage, it depends. I actually had this girl last night who came in who is a stripper at the club I got rejected from. And she like threw me $65 like on stage. It was sick.
Because she knows what you're working
and
for.
also like there's some nights where a ton of people will throw cash. And then there are other nights like last night where I was like the only girl who got any money on stage at all. And it was just because that girl liked me and she was just really nice. And also because I was like doing tricks and like actually dancing and not just standing there like waving around with my top off. But that's just like not my vibe, and that's not why I'm there. Like I'm there to practice and like better my craft, and if I happen to make money, great. But it just like forces me to get back in shape. It's like something I like to do, and I don't know why right now I'm in this like super femme like era, which I'm not normally. Like in my personal life, I don't get dressed up, I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I do in the club for whatever reason. And
because you're a performer, of course. Why not?
I mean, when we were like doing ballet performances, you put on like clown makeup, man.
Yeah, right. You have to put makeup on. I mean, you're performing, definitely. So
and it becomes like your social life. It's very fun. Like that's what I miss about that. I mean, the only thing I guess I miss about ballet, really, or like being in the theater. You go into that dressing room and you have a camaraderie with people while you're putting your makeup on, like that is very appealing to somebody that has performed for so many years of their life. It's just a different kind of performance. But you did mention, so the money is in the lap dances, and then it's no holds barred. Like you're completely naked if you want to be.
If I want to be, but I will say there's like a difference. There's like lap dances, which are cheaper, and that's just topless. And then we have like a private room that can be fully naked if you want to. The money is in those rooms. So I've gotten to the point now, and there are plenty of girls who will do this, who just don't give lap dances because it's not worth it. And I don't want to be touched for no money. It's just not worth it.
Right.
So
but
for example,
to go into those rooms, they have to pay a certain amount of money, and then you get that
like
money,
several $100.
Right.
Okay. So you do the private room thing.
I have no other choice.
Really. Well, no, I think you should do it. I'm not no judgment, Amy. I think it's wonderful.
Like, honestly though, like sometimes like people are so weird and niche. Like this one guy paid for me to sit with him for 15 minutes and hug him. That was it.
Oh,
I didn't yeah, he was like 350, 400 pounds, and
it makes me want to cry.
Wanted me to.
Oh my god, it makes me want to throw up.
It makes
you
me
have no idea
cry.
like how nice this is. Like I just want to spend time with someone. Like if you'd ever want to have lunch, like I really love that. And I'm not gonna do that. There's like boundaries that I can't do, but,
That makes me want to cry. The poor lonely man.
so he
Oh
paid
my
me like
God.
several $100s just to hug him.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
I'm gonna lose it. He just wanted a hug.
You're so mean, Keanu.
Yeah, he was like, you don't even have to take your clothes off. Like, just like sit with me.
Oh.
He's like, I'm an old school guy. Like, I just want some courtship. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
It's like the
You
easiest
know what?
money
He's
of my
doing
life.
what he needs, and that's all good.
Yeah, everybody comes in for like specific reasons, and I do that. There's some girls who won't, but I literally will say to people, I'm like, everybody comes here for a reason. Like, what is yours? Like, what are you
Yeah.
here for? Like, what can I provide you? That's why you're here. And
Right.
usually, if you like will just meet that person's demands, like they're gonna pay you whether they find you attractive or not. God,
Sorry, I can't get over
Thank
it.
God he didn't get Keanu. Okay.
yeah, no shit. She's mean.
Damn.
He just wanted a hug.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then there's like guys who tried to stick his finger up my friend's asshole. Like he literally
That's
stuck
terrible.
half his finger up her asshole, and she was like, "Yo, like you can't do that."
What the
And
fuck
he
is
got
wrong
kicked
with
out.
you?
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Really quick, actually, that guy has been watching and he's here. Hug guy.
No way. That's a lie.
No, he is. He's here.
You're-
I'm just gonna let him in because he just wants to talk to you.
That's not possible.
Amy, thank you so much for giving me a hug. I needed that hug.
Keanu wasn't listening. I said middle-aged black guys love
He
me.
won't,
Oh,
she
I
won't
was-
stop unless you talk to him. Okay.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed it. You were very sweet to me, and it was worth every penny.
your breasts are so buxom. It gave me the meat sweats.
He was a little sweaty and bald, but like, fuck it.
Yeah. Was I a black guy?
You were on the day of our meet. You were black.
Well, I got my skin bleached for you.
Oh, very cool. And your asshole.
Yeah. So, also, Amy, does the lunch offer still stands?
Nice. Maybe.
Would you maybe want to eat lunch with me?
Maybe. Like at a middle school, like eat lunch together at the table.
Yeah. I'm the principal of a middle school.
Very cool.
Thank you so much for hugging me all night long.
Mickey, how do you do this?
It's not easy.
How do you do this?
Hi,
You know?
Mickey. How you doing, Mickey?
I'm good.
Ah.
How are you? No,
Uh,
she won't stop. You should see Kourtney Kardashian when she shows up.
Yeah, I watched that briefly.
I can handle that. I can handle that. But then
voice.
she had good Mickey talking to bad Mickey, which
Oh.
was very fucking odd.
hey,
She kept bringing out people, and I just finally went. I can't.
I feel
please-
like
please
Zach is
go
good
away.
at this, but like, sorry, girl. Sorry. I don't do role play, man. I can only be myself. And
Mickey. Hey, Mickey. How you doing?
I told you he needs a deeper voice.
Hey, Mickey. How you doing?
How you doing, Mick?
Hey, Mick. How you doing?
Doing
Would-
great.
My
What's your
God,
name?
My name is Benny.
Benny.
Benny Hanna.
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, Benny Hanna Bennerson. And Michaeline, would you want to go to Portillo's with me sometime?
Yes, I love Portillo's.
Yes, when I fly into Chicago, I will definitely look you up.
I'm so sad.
I'm literally about to try to order Panda Express right now.
Oh, I love a panda.
Can you order Portillo's and get it delivered?
Yeah, probably.
Wow, that's great. You're in a great city for great food.
This
Yeah.
is why I have to go to strip clubs to get hugs.
Oh God.
Because you eat too much Portillo's or what?
That and the women always ignore me. It makes me sad. What are you
I
getting?
mean, also though, like I went to strip clubs as like a baby gay, And honestly, I feel like it helped me. And I've like heard of several girls say that like same story. Like when I was like 19, 20, 21, like, oh my God, I thought I was in love with this girl named Summer. And I met her at a strip club and I was like, I think I'm like into dating girls. And that was very helpful to like go to a space where like you could be like publicly intimate, but like not too weirdly and like just like test out boundaries. I have a lot of people that come into the strip club and do that too, where they're like, this is my first time here, like, you know, and they're like nervous. And then there's like some girls who like I've gotten private dances with and they're like, I've never been with a girl before, but like I'm nervous and I just think like I want to and I like don't know what to do. And I'm like, yo, like you're already 50% ahead of most men because they don't know what the fuck they're doing at all.
You're
Yeah.
making me hungry. I gotta go. I'm starving now. I
I also have a vintage Playboy shirt
See
on.
you again, Amy.
What is it?
It's a vintage Playboy shirt. It's got a
Nice.
bunny.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I have to go blow my nose, but before I go, when I went to this strip club with the TJ Maxx people, they bought me a lap dance with a girl that I thought she was a little older. She was very gorgeous, and it was pretty hot and sexy. And I'm not into women, but it was still pretty hot and sexy. It was. I liked it.
Yeah.
Amy, I'm so sorry that, you know, the man that you had to hug, he begged me for the link, and that's why. So you are another thing that makes you a great stripper is you're more into women, I think, than you are to men, right?
Yeah, no, I'm there for your money, and most women are. So it's like the idea that this is entertaining or pleasing to me, the idea that like we are literally there for any other reason than your money is a lie. It's a lie.
Right. Also, so Amy, you've been in Chicago for what, 6 months now?
Yeah.
And the dating scene has not been
Pretty bad.
It's been pretty bad. Yeah.
It's been pretty bad.
Well, for everyone like tuning in, I went through a pretty bad breakup last summer and I moved out of our shared dwelling. I'm still very sad about it. I know that's lame, Mickey, and
it's not lame. It's not lame.
It's not lame. It's not lame.
It is sad.
I'm just cynical. Okay. I'm older and I'm jaded and cynical.
Yeah. I'm also jaded and cynical, but like this just sucks. So I have not really been trying to date because one, I moved to a new place and I'm like trying to get, you know, reestablished. But I went on like a couple dates, and more recently though, I mean, we're briefly over it, but I did call Mickey like 2 weeks ago or last week, fucking sobbing for like 5 hours. So lame, so lame. And I'm a person who can like pretty much handle rejection, but like I have a limit, okay? You know?
Oh, Amy. They're not even rejecting you, and you don't handle it well.
It's just because it's winter. It's winter. You're depressed. It's winter. It's cold.
It's a new place. Gloomy. Yeah, right.
Well, the plot twist is I was dating this guy for like a little while and like enough to be like somewhat attached. And he broke up with me because I'm dancing in this nightclub.
Okay, but let me say this. But Amy, no. You called me and you were like, his apartment sucks.
His apartment does.
The paint is closed.
Yeah.
You thought he was sort of ugly. And also, these were the first conversations we had. These were the first ones. You're like, I don't know, blah blah blah. Like his apartment, the wires on the ground were taped down with painter's tape.
No, like, to get into it for the viewers. No, these are like red flags that you try to ignore because you're like, oh, I want companionship or whatever. But like, he wore a sweatshirt that said treat her right, but it was highlighted with eat her right. Like who wears that? Like who comes up to you?
A weirdo.
Like, wow, sick sweatshirt. Like what an idiot. And then he also like had all of his cords in his house taped on the floor with painter's tape, like the
which doesn't make any sense. It's as thin as toilet paper. That makes no sense.
But yeah, I don't know. I just was like, I figured that people that like rejected me for stuff like this, I wouldn't really get along with. I did think that we like got along kind of, but segue to like the broader topic here that I would love to, I don't know if anybody listening to Keanu's little segment deals with this stuff, but I've been in Al-Anon classes or meetings for like many years. My dad's an alcoholic, and Al-Anon is like for family members of people who are alcoholics. And it's just kind of like a support group that can get kind of churchy. So I don't love going, but it's helpful. And the person I was dating was sober. I would like to date someone who's sober. I've been sober 2 years for like personal reasons, has nothing to do with addiction, but
I don't think it makes any sense for you to date anybody that's not sober.
Yeah, and that makes no
What fun
sense.
is that? I mean, what if he's drinking and you're not? And that's you
Yeah.
have to have somebody who's sober.
You have to be a real strong, like
Yeah.
former alcoholic to be able to date somebody that drinks.
And drinkers
Yeah.
don't want to date sober people anyway. They just want
Well,
to drink.
it's just like another factor that's like making it harder to date. But my question for like the rest of the crowd is, there's like these things called isms where whether you're drinking or not, whether you're doing drugs or not, whether you're like struggling in your addiction or not, you still have some of the same behaviors that you had before, and those are hard to kick. And you know, not to be super sad, but the rejection of this guy, even though he was sober, felt very similar to like being rejected to an active alcoholic. And now I'm thinking like maybe I just can't date addicts whether they're sober or not. And
I think I think that you were looking for an honest like reaction, and he went, even though I'm so attracted to you.
Yeah.
I think it was a good thing of him to say, better nip it in the bud, because I will never be able to be okay with this. It's nothing against you.
Yeah.
And you didn't, that's the thing, Amy, you didn't think too fondly of him to begin with.
I just think it's ironic because like I'm completely sober, but he couldn't get over the fact that I work in nightlife, even though like the nightlife part has nothing to do with like my job really. But either way,
again, Amy,
you know what? It really wouldn't have mattered. It would have taken you. It would have taken you a week, and you would have broke up with him.
Right.
So.
And again, Amy, you did not have nice things to say about this man when you were like, yeah, it's fine. He bought me a pizza. Remember
he paid for everything. It was so nice. Do you understand?
One time, right? That was the one thing, Amy. That was the one thing that you liked about him, because you had gone on countless dates, maybe 5 of them, where she paid for fucking everything. So this one man bought her a pizza, and then you went, he's okay though, but his house, blah 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 blah. Like,
but he bought me a pizza.
But he bought you a pizza. These are not things
don't
that
sell
you
yourself
should say.
short, honestly.
Yeah, you can't sell yourself
Anyway,
short.
I'm taking a break. We're taking 5. I deleted all the apps. We're gonna wait another 6 months and just like get into my jobs. Yeah.
You'll meet somebody along the way. I don't think those dating sites are
anyway, like it's still
any place to meet people. I really.
Courtney wants to know, Amy, did you even like the guy? In my opinion, I don't think you did.
No, I did to some extent. I did like the stability. I did like the fact that he was very respectful. However, my whole like end point to this ridiculous conversation is that I think it's like a good reminder that like I still need to go to those meetings, which I hate, but I need to go to them. So that is helpful. And you're correct.
Well, Amy, I think it's a reminder that go with your first. I think it's a reminder of go with your first instinct. You're in a new city, right? You're looking for something because you don't know anyone there. That's fucking tough, right?
Also, Carrie R. correct. It is sober as in past addiction or sober as in preference. It can be difficult socially if you're sober by choice and not because you were breaking addiction. Yes, I am sober socially. I've worked in nightlife my whole life. I'm so sick of being around drunk people. I'm sick of like waiting up for someone to get home. I'm sick of like worrying about people and, like, driving. I just can't deal with it anymore. And also my dad is an alcoholic. So like he is a full-time job. Like dealing with my dad is a full-time job.
I've also told
that's
you
why you're in Chicago.
Right. Yeah.
So you can do it part-time.
Yeah. Anyway,
And
so fuck that guy. Don't date guys who are weird and jealous and like can't handle you like dancing. Like that's insane.
right.
And like again, I'm literally there for money. I'm not there and like for personal like social reasons. It has nothing to do with like entertaining men. Like that's a last.
I wouldn't even. You know what? You go on a couple of dates with the guy. I wouldn't even tell him. Just
I know Mickey's like this secretive shark. She didn't tell people shit.
No.
But where does that end?
No.
Where does that end? Like,
Well, I
You
mean,
know
I
what,
was
Sarah?
happy
You don't
tell
have to
them
tell
eventually.
everybody your fucking life story and what you're doing and
Yeah.
why you're
well,
doing
if
it.
Amy is
Keep,
looking
you
for
know what? Keep it to yourself. You let it come out naturally. You don't just tell every single thing about yourself to every
I
single
love
person.
This
Aaron
is
James,
why-
who, I can't believe what I'm hearing. They let you pay, and like I don't mind like paying.
No,
for
it's wrong, Amy.
no,
they
fuck that.
do.
No,
They let you
fuck
pay.
that.
It's not right.
Well,
Right.
the one
I know
that
it's the
bothered
day and
me-
age. I know it is, but
Well, the one that bothered me the most was this guy said, I want to take you to dinner. Like that's how this was phrased to me. And so
Buckle
he
in because this is a fucked up story,
yeah,
everyone.
he
just
picked
so
the
you know.
place. I met him at the place. He picked this like weird gamey space because he knew that I didn't drink and he thought we could like play games or something. We didn't do that, but like we did pick out a pizza. Pizza dates have been the death of me lately. No more pizza dates.
And
But-
in the Chicagoland area, the land of deep dish pizza, she can't find one motherfucker to buy a pizza for her. And let me just say the other thing that I think I have a joke about this. She went on a date with a man who worked at a pizzeria, right? A pizzeria. And she said to him, she's like, well, why don't we go on a walk after you get off of work? Could you bring me a pizza? And he said, whoa, that's a lot. He couldn't even bring her his shift meal, his shift meal.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Like that's
like,
too
that
much
was
to ask
bad.
on a first date. That's free, motherfucker. That's your shift meal, and I'm not worth enough for you to bring me your shift meal. Get the fuck out of my face.
Well,
How
Keanu
dare
and I
you.
also said too, like he wanted to like walk by the lake, and this is like late at night. Like I don't know this man. Like the whole thing felt sketch. But in addition to that, you want me to get out of my bed, put on an outfit, meet you by the lake.
oh
do
my
what?
God.
To do what?
Absolutely not.
You
Meet
could
him
at
by
least,
the
like,
lake.
Snack? Like
That
before I'm
sounds-
like ass up in the river. Like
That
come
sounds
on.
fucking frightening to me.
Yeah.
And won't even bring his shift meal. Won't bring it.
Anyway,
No.
the second bad date though, we went like to this restaurant. I met him there. There were some games. We didn't play the games, and we ordered a pizza. I was like, "Do you like margarita pizza?" He said, "Sure." I'm like, "Great, we did this." He said, "Do you think that I could like get a beer or two? Like, is that gonna like bother you?" And I was like, "No, like it's fine. Like, not a big deal." We had to order through this app, and he couldn't figure out how to do the app. So I downloaded the app. I did the thing. But since it was under my phone, it was under my tab. So I ended up paying for like the whole meal, including his drinks. And I don't even drink. And I was
And
like,
then he wanted
might
another
need
fucking
a beer.
drink,
Like,
right?
what?
And
No,
then he
was
wanted
like,
another
"Oh, we'll
drink.
go on another date later. Like I'll pay for like our next dinner." I will probably never talk to this man again. Like
Of
what?
course not.
You shouldn't. And then he wanted to order another drink, Mom. And
Well,
so then she had to order him another fucking drink. Like, you can't figure it out. I'd be like, okay, give me your card.
I would have
I'll
gone, yeah, do
figure it
you have
out
any
for
cash
you.
to pay me back?
Like,
I'm like fascinated with these comments. Honestly, I'm here for like the sound off board. I know Mickey and Keanu so well. I know their opinions about pretty much everything, but I'm interested to like.
I think she's telling us to shut up.
Yeah, they're so
I know.
talkative.
Shut
But
up.
this
I'll be
one
right
guy,
back.
Jeff Hillman, asks what typical lap dances cost. So it depends on every club. At the club that I work at, you can give ones on stage, you can give 20s on stage, you can give whatever amount of money you want on stage. But the private like lap dances that are topless are 30 a piece, and then usually people will tip you on top of that, or they just give you 2 20s. And I don't give change. I'm not giving change back. I'm not in the
No.
business of giving change. If you hand
No.
me $40, the dance is $40.
right. I'm not carrying around a,
We're not
I'm not-
exchanging bills. That's not happening. I'm not negotiating pussy. It's not happening. And then our private rooms are $200 for 15 minutes, $375 for 30 minutes, and then it's like $625 for a full hour. But also keep in mind, we only get half of that. So half of that goes to the club. So every 15 minutes that I dance, I get 100 of that. And like, that may seem like a lot to people, but honestly, like if I were going to a strip club and I was like lonely or just like wanted affection, like that's what I would do. I'm not going to sit there for like, the people who get lap dances are just cheap and they're like there to drink with their friends or, you know, well, not my club, but like in general, there to drink with their friends and just be like annoying and shitty. The people that are there for like the reasons why I would go to a strip club are the people who like buy rooms, in my opinion. Yeah.
Well, is there a certain amount for lap dances?
It was the best hug I ever bought.
Good Lord.
Is there a certain amount for lap dances? Do you charge a certain amount for lap dances?
Well, yeah, it's $30 per like song, but it's only like 2 minutes, you know? So it's like if you're gonna pay $30 for a song, and like let's say there's like one girl I work with where she like hustles, like she will give guys like 5 songs in a row, and she ultimately ends up making more than she would in like a 15-minute room. But to me, it's like I have to work harder to do that, and I'm not here to like ruin my life. Like I'm here to like do one job very well and then leave.
Right.
I'm not. I don't even.
I'd pay you for a hug right now.
So
that was the best hug I ever got with your breasts.
I can't do it. I can't do it with you. I can't.
Should I go?
Yeah. Meet me at the club. We'll hug again. I long for you.
I'll miss you.
We have.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It ruinates me because of my fatness. You're the only one that ever hugged me like that. Thank you so much.
Anyway, our club is open till 4, and I leave at midnight, whether I've made money or not. I leave at midnight. I'm home by 2, in bed at 2, bathed, showered by 2, because I have a day job. So it's like I got to be up at like 8 or 9 a.m. Like I can't just be out all night. I'm like a very responsible stripper, which may sound lame.
No, I think it doesn't sound lame at all. I think you have to be pretty responsible to do that job.
Amy, I'm sorry, Benny. He just keeps knocking down the door to talk to you. And so sorry I let him in again. I really do apologize. He's just so obsessed with that hug. Those hugs that you gave him. And I also, here's my other thing. I think this is the happiest I've sounded you in the past 6 months, right? So I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, like it becomes your social life. It has a dancing aspect, getting pretty and going somewhere, making money. If it's, as long as it's serving you, I can't imagine what the negative is, other than you have to, have boundaries to get home, and go to bed, right? Because like the staying up late, it doesn't serve you at all to do that.
I also love like these guys who like comment like, oh, you know, lap dances are only for my girlfriend. Oh, like you can't have feminism and also have people pay for, you know. Here's the thing, bullshit. If I were to say, in my last relationships, if I wanted to do the activity or I picked the place, then I paid for the thing. So like when Ben and I, you know, he wanted to go rock climbing or do some stupid shit, he paid for that. I went along, but he paid for that. If I wanted to go do something like go to the ballet or like go to a movie or go to like a play or activity, I bought those tickets. So like to me, if like you say I'm taking you to dinner and I want to go to a Thai place, then you're paying for the Thai restaurant. If I want to go to an Italian place and I pick the restaurant, I'm paying for the Italian place.
Yeah, if a guy's really interested in you, if a guy is really interested in you, you are not paying at all. Okay?
Yeah, that also. But
no.
So that whole like I can't have feminism and also a free meal, like go fuck yourself. And
it's
also,
so true, right? You can't have feminism and a free meal. It's like it's our first date.
I've never given any of my partners a lap dance. Why would I do that? Like we have more intimacy than that. I'm not a performative gal. Does my personality give
down?
Like that
I'm gonna lap dance you right now.
No way, dude.
Right? No, exactly. So that's the thing, Amy. I don't actually think that you were that. I think it was just too much and too many bad dates where the guy that you didn't really give a shit about, the one that finally bought you a pizza, I think it just hurt because it's like, oh my God, now he's telling me he was honest with me, right? He said, I guess I just really can't get over this. And you had just started stripping, and you also have a spicy
we
website.
had started
like-
dating before I even started dancing, so that was kind of crazy to me. But either way,
Right.
whatever. Hope he lives a great life in his sober journey.
Amy, you sent me a photo.
I would never think a thing about him again. He should be out of your brain now.
No, I know. It's so silly. And you went through a traumatic breakup, like right before like a few months before my wedding, right?
Yeah.
And even though that guy was a fucking dick.
Keanu's wedding together.
I know. I was like, I'm not inviting this.
When we broke up because she didn't want him at her wedding.
No, because I'm like, this guy's a fucking loser. Like, he doesn't seem to be serving her in any sort of way. I'm like, I don't think this is gonna last long. Like, and like, I would have invited him because I love you, but I'm like, I don't see this fucking like. And he just
Either
sucked.
way, I'm planning to go visit Keanu in New York in a couple months, and apparently I can just like audition and dance somewhere while I'm there. I haven't decided if I want to do that or not, but I think it would be fun to like scope out another club in a different city. Also, like the logistical benefits of dancing in a nightclub, you're a 1099. So you can write off literally any of your travel. You can write off your hotels. You can write off all your makeup. I'm getting my teeth whitened. I can write that off. Like all this stuff.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So hopefully you get that money back at the end of the year when you file your taxes. And all those fees I have to pay, like my job, like the house and stuff, I can get that back later. So it's like, eventually, if you keep your receipts, that is worth it.
You need one card that you spend all of that money on, and then that you just send it, and then that's the easiest way I've heard of to do it. But Amy also has a spicy website, if you know what I mean. It's called Snacks in the Bathtub. So please subscribe to that.
How
you
fun.
can find it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And Amy, love will come your way. You're looking, and I think
When you least expect it.
That's what I always say.
Nikki's
Right?
advice is for me to stay single my whole life.
Yeah, I'm not about getting married.
Yeah.
What do you need it for?
Yeah.
But you'll
no
find the
reason
exact. You'll find the exact person that gives you the butterflies, that gives you the Zaza Zoo, and it just works out. And you'll want to be with them.
Gosh, I haven't
You
felt that in
not
forever.
from one day.
I may meet a girl I dance with, for Christ's sake. That would be
Maybe.
the perfect situation ever.
Exactly. Maybe a nice sober gal comes in.
Maybe.
You never
Or like
know.
again, like some of the girls I work with, this guy came in the other day and he was like, honestly, you're too smart to work here. And I wanted to be like, sir, you'd be surprised how many very smart women work here. Like women who work as like accountants in the day and then they work as strippers at night.
See, and they know how to account for their dollar bills.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Hilarious.
Amy,
And
we'll let
maybe
you go.
Connie will come with me. Like if we end up hitting up clubs in New York, you can come.
Yes, exactly. Please, I'll go with you. Oh my God, that would be so. You can't record anything.
I don't
in a
know if
strip
we can
club,
stream
but
it. Yeah, but
we can't stream it. You're very beautiful, Amy. See, Jeff, look at that. Escorts as well. I didn't even mean to put that up, but look at that.
yeah, I doubt I won't be doing that. But
No. Yeah,
No,
I didn't even mean to put that up. But Amy,
oh my gosh, wait, no, look at Kit.
hello, Kit.
Yeah, I can see him. He's so cute. I love
What are you
him.
doing? What are you doing there? Want to come up here
Oh,
and see him?
Kit.
What are you doing there?
He's a sweet baby.
Hello.
He's pretty sweet. I can't believe you can see. Oh, I see how you can see him. Yeah, there he is.
We all have cats. Keanu has 6. You have Kit, and I have Bella.
Yeah, 6.
How did-
What a great
So
cat.
you got her home fine and dandy.
Yeah. She's okay. Actually, she's mad at me because I gave her a bath today.
Oh my God, I don't think I
6
could. give
is
him
always
that.
mad at me.
Good morning, Kitty. Oh my God.
Would let me give him a bath. I think he would go crazy. So I just brush him and wipe him down with
Yeah.
cat wipes.
Well, like my cat is old. She's turning 13, and she just like I just think she can't really bathe herself as well as she used to. So I try to help her out. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's
One
good.
more question for you, Amy. She already said Metallica songs, and what's your go-to dance song?
Yeah, honestly, like anything from Marilyn Manson, like Dope Show, that's a good one, or Disposable Teens, that's a good one.
We've loved Marilyn Manson since like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
We've always loved that.
Well, and like I'm obsessed with his ex-wife. Dita Von Teese is like one of the best burlesque dancers of all time. Her and Betty Page, R.I.P. Betty Page. But like Dita Von Teese is incredible. She's such a good dancer, and I have nudes of her like all over my house framed. So
See, exactly.
yeah.
Well, Amy, this was very extremely informative, and you're doing good. Everything that you are doing, you're on the right path. You sound much happier than you have in the past few months, and we
Debatable, but
thank you.
yeah.
Well,
just say yes. I'm happy.
But Amy, you
Like
are
this.
you are always
Yes,
always
I'm happy.
death and doom, Amy. Like, don't let the blonde hair and the giant boobs fool you. She's always
No, the
just
Marilyn
being
Manson is like truly what is inside. It's like eroding.
And I'm sorry for bringing the hug man to you to talk to you, but he insisted.
Yeah.
Benny.
She's a comedian, guys.
Yeah, they know.
She's so mean to me. She hated it.
Oh,
She
I
told me on the
love
phone,
it.
she's like, I don't feel
I
like
can take a little bit of it. I mean,
Well, she's like, how do you feel about role
I'm
players?
doing pretty good with Kourtney Kardashian, you know, but all those other people, I'm not so much.
I was gonna make it a manager of a new club trying to get you into their club.
Kenna said, "Do you think Amy will talk to him?" I said, "I don't know."
She already told me no. She already
it.
told me no on the
Like,
phone.
I don't think so.
Okay, excuse me when she says I had to hug a fat man for an hour. Excuse me for trying to.
I'm sorry.
He was very sweet. I hope he comes back, you know? Anyway,
Me
my
too.
PF Chang's.
I love you.
My
I love you.
Express is here.
Have fun eating
All right.
that. That sounds good. PF Chang sounds
Okay,
great.
bye, guys. Love
Bye.
you.
Love
Bye,
you.
Amy. Love
Take
you.
care.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
I love her. She gives me no. She just goes like,
Oh no, she's just like this.
I'm not doing it. No.
All your best friends are like that. Elliot's like that too. I
Yeah,
dare you
no.
to do that, to Elliot.
Not
He'd be
happening.
like, are you kidding me? Fuck you, Keanu. Put yourself back on here.
Well, it worked out great. I didn't know the story that she hugged a fat man for an hour.
Well, that makes me sad for the fat man. I'm sorry.
Wait, not banning. I'm trying to get her out of here so we can't. There we go. Don't be sad for me. Don't be sad
please.
for me, Michael.
This guy's unsightly. I really don't want to talk to him either.
Oh, don't be sad for me, Michael. Can I have a hug?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna eat myself to death. All right, put your lotions on the way.
Good.
Bye.
Bye.
Why does no one?
Don't put him back on here. Oh my god. That's funny.
That was fun. She's a great guest.
Yes.
Let's read a couple of these and then we're going to take a break. Then we have to talk about the,
Oh my god.
the City Gigolos.
Oh my god. It's unbelievable.
Thank you for the $5. Is there an update on the subpoena testify against the women abusing friend? The perpetrator says there might not be a trial. If you're talking about Aaron, we have not been subpoenaed in that. Thank you for that though.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, bless you. And also, listen, no, because of course we aren't, because it's a farce what's going on with that. And sorry, buddy. Sorry to disappoint you. You should till about Courtney bug ones. Thank you, Chadnesque, for the New Zealand $2. I don't know what it means, but 1 million Kiki bucks for all of you here. And 12.
You know what? That Breathe the Booker said, I was sad to see you took Tuesday's show down. She needed to take Tuesday's show down for various reasons. However, mostly because I didn't want anybody to see me as such a fucking brat.
That's not why I took it down.
That's not why. I know that's not why.
I took it down because I stupidly showed scenes from the movie The Departed, and I went, that's probably not a good idea. But also Michaeline walked off the show.
Because I don't
and that's not why I took it down. That I'd be glad.
I did. I worried about it after that. I did. I worried about it. I woke up. I wasn't gonna even call you. I worried about it. I thought I'm such a fucking bitch. So I'm just so glad that it's down. Maybe they won't remember me being such a mean brat. That's all.
Did just go like,
that's it, and that's all.
I did just go, you're lucky, because I did show, because I went, you know what, I better not show this, because I was showing scenes from The Departed, the movie, and I went,
yeah,
let's just not show, let's not have that. But it wasn't because you walked off the show.
No, I know.
But
I was just mean, and I'm just a brat sometimes. And
when
I'm mad, I'm mad. I can't pull myself out of it quickly enough.
Right. And then I'm going, oh my God, she's really doing this to me. Oh my God.
I know. And you had a rough day and you're really busy.
It wasn't even that rough of a day.
Not that rough of a day, but a long day, a busy day. And yeah, I'm sorry. You know.
Thank you. That's okay.
Of course. I'm sorry. Of course I called you and I didn't let you leave the show either. We got on the phone and yeah.
I know. And then I'm going like, all right.
I spanked you back and we were all good again.
I don't know.
That's the beauty of being mother and daughter on a podcast. We can just say shit and then get over it.
Exactly.
Is it the beauty, people? Is it the beauty?
The beauty and the Mickey.
The beauty of
I love Dark Mickey. I know. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, I get so I even scare myself. I just have that look on my face like, and I can't.
It's terrible.
I can't get over it. It takes me a second. And I always tell you, I'll get over it. It's going to take me a second.
I know, but we're live.
Yeah. Well, we're honest, right? You're all about the
honest
I like. Broadcasting. You're all about the honest broadcasting.
Did I get upset? Did I even call you in the morning and say, how fucking dare you?
No, Keanu, no. I know you're always so kind and you're always so positive. I
like being genuine, and if something happens, then I have to get over it too. But people have to get over if sometimes water comes out of my eyes when I feel like overwhelmed. Like I was so many people messaging me like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" Yes, I just how much can a person
weak tear ducts?
I'm not just going to end it, but sometimes I have tear ducts and water comes out of my eyes. All right,
I cry too easily, but when I'm mad, I'm just mad.
I don't mind the "Oh my God, are you okay?" messages, but like you just know that like. Sometimes I'm not even upset. I'm just exhausted and water comes out of my eyes. Like,
yeah, I get it. I get it. I do that too, you know? So anyway. No, I was just so thrilled that she took it down. So
are you going to let me pee or not?
Me?
Yes.
Moi? What do you mean?
I'm going to put on a video so I can pee.
Go ahead. Put a video on.
I'm gonna leave you.
I'll go. Please take that man down. Take him down. I'm gonna go blow my nose too. Okay.
I'm gonna play a video.
Give us some good music.
We're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna play Miranda Priestley. and then we'll come back to talk about the gigolos. Okay.
Yes. Does
Hit the
anybody
like
know the
button,
gigolos? I
everyone.
hope they do.
Let us break. 1, 2, and 3. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Where are the belts for this? Why is no one ready?
Here. It's a tough call. They're so different.
Something funny?
No, nothing's, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me. I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
Hello, everyone. Hang on, I'm texting. Oh my God, it's wild. I know, but thank so much. That was really interesting. Sorry, I'm texting Amy back, ladies and gentlemen. And bing, 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 bing. Eugene is not back from his gig yet. Let's call him really fast. Everyone just hold tight. Just call to make sure he's not dead. Welcome. Hi.
He's like, can we call in? I'm like, we don't have a link. And then you called. That's arguing with me. He's yelling at me.
You answered so quickly. Hello, Eugene. You're on the air.
We were driving back, and we said, I said, oh, Keanu's on. We're crossing, we're heading through the Holland Tunnel a little bit to get Rich home. What are you girls doing?
We just got done. We had Amy on the show. It was a rebel rousing episode. I was just calling to make sure that you had a good show and that you were not dead.
We had a great show, and I don't want to jinx it, but Rich saved the day. The car had a fucking leak in one of the hoses. It was smoking when I picked him up, and he went to a thrift store and fixed it like MacGyver.
A thrift store? Yeah.
Yes, because Keanu, I'm a man. You're a man. You married a faggot. A faggot.
Oh my God.
Keanu, I don't know why you will not hook me up with one of your little bit older, attractive fans.
Okay. Well, listen, Rich, I certainly will try. We just had my. I certainly will, Rich. I certainly will.
I'd love to do your show one time.
Yes, I'm going to send you some dates. Next week.
I wouldn't do your Here we go.
Well, I'm glad you had a wonderful show. Both of you.
We actually did have a good show.
Okay, good.
It was a good show from top to bottom.
All right. Well, see you later.
All right.
Love you both. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay,
Rich
so they had a nice
Soltis?
show. Yes.
He's nice.
He
Seems
is
like a very nice man.
Yes, He wants me to hook him up with one of my fans. Maybe Amy. I don't know. I think he'd buy her a pizza.
I think he said somebody a little older.
Yes, that's true. Maybe you.
No, I'm too old. Somebody less his age, but older than you.
I don't even know how that even. It's always something. He stopped in a thrift store to fix the car. I don't understand. It's always something.
Yeah. I think he'd like a little bit younger girl, but not as young as you. That's what it sounded like to me when I saw him on the show.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Damn, I missed your friend. Yes. Well, watch the episode back. She's lovely. Amy Clark, ladies and gentlemen. Follow her on Instagram. She has a spicy website as well. So go to my Instagram. I posted from her Instagram about the show watching today. If you would like all of the goings on with dearest Amy. Yes.
Yes. Please take that pasty white man off of there.
Why does this side of me make everybody upset? This is why I need a hug. No one wants to see my face. Is that it? I don't understand. Fine. I'll never come back here.
Good.
It's me, Benny. I go to strip clubs just for a hug.
Please shut up, okay?
Why is everyone repulsed by me?
God. Oh my God.
This is why I need the hug. I have to pay for hugs. Would you hug me for free?
No.
What if I paid you?
No.
Never?
No.
Not even just...
All right, I'm not talking to you.
Not even just...
You're not going to make me talk to you.
Maybe an ass out hug? Maybe just like a pat on the back? I'll pay you for a pat on the back. Fine. I gotta go. Don't try and make me not leave. Because I'm going. Don't try and stop me. I'm leaving. Don't quit trying to stop me. I'm leaving. That was not me laughing. That was my flatulence. I'm leaving. Don't try and stop me. All right, bye. Forever. Don't try and stop me. Don't try and stop me. What? I'll see you never again. Are you okay with that? All right, bye. I'm gonna go pay for a hug somewhere.
I only want to talk to pretty people, okay?
Why are you so mean to him?
Because I only want to talk to pretty people, right? He's unsightly. I don't want to look at
You
him.
and Amy, the same thing. You just go like, I'm not doing it.
I think I've done my fair share. I think I have.
How can you not? She says a fat man paid me to hug him for an hour, and I had that queued up. I didn't even know that she was going to say that. How could you not commit to the bit?
I can't look at that white pasty man. I can't.
Look, geez, go away. Everybody hates it. How could you hate it? Okay.
Bye, creepy guy.
Bye.
At least you need to let me talk to people I like, okay?
Do you
Just
want
because I felt sorry for the hug fat man doesn't mean I want to talk to him.
He was there.
Don't
I
put
also
anybody else on for now unless you tell me who they are.
because only thin people need apply. That's an
You don't
expensive.
necessarily have to be thin, but you have to be pretty.
It is an expensive spooning,
What does it mean?
like a hug.
Spooning.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have been able to do that, what Amy did to hug him for a long time.
Just give somebody. You'd almost rather
Somebody you
give
don't
a
even
lap
know
kiss.
you're well, but if he's paying you a lot of money, then I guess I could tolerate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Exactly. So how do you? But yeah, you'd almost rather like dance. That at least the time will go by. If a fat man just
Yeah, right.
if a fat man just wants to hug you for an hour, it's like
Yeah, I think it's probably a very hard job she's doing, definitely.
well, like the dancing aspect, it's like great. Whatever the social aspect, great. It's like, but when somebody wants to, could you just give me a hug? For how long? An hour?
Oh my God. It just the thought of it and him just coming there because he needs some social feeling.
He just needs a
Social
hug.
You know, I know that okay, you're married, Amy's single and she's looking for dates or looking for the love of her life or whatever. And I am in a totally different area in my life. I mean, I am so I'm just like, don't be a fool.
You just
for
want to
me,
have
guys.
some fun, right?
I just want to have some fun, that's all.
Here's my thing. I think Amy
Is
is
there-
like she went through a rough breakup,
Yeah.
which good riddance to that guy.
Right,
And
right.
she's gotten me out of terrible situations. I didn't
Of
get her out of
course. Oh my God.
but
Of
like
course she did.
but
Thank God
I
she
think
did
she
that.
just misses the companionship and
Yeah.
it's not like I tell her all the time. I'm like, it's not like she's not the person that's like, I am going to just go on date after date. It's like Charlotte, right? From Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Checklist.
Yes,
I will
yes,
go on
yes.
to the dates and then eventually, like, I just don't see that for Amy. Like, she's
Right.
gonna meet somebody.
But she's in a
that
different
Right.
she's had a lot of change in her life. She moved to
Right.
Chicago. I mean, just sight unseen. She just moved and that was
Right.
that. And I mean, you got to give her credit for that, but the be all end all is not to be with a man, in my opinion.
I think she's more attracted to women, to be honest.
Well,
like,
then find yourself a nice gal.
right. That she's just
Nice
gonna have
gal
to
you
find
can hang out with.
it's not man or woman, it's the person that
Well-
she can stand
Well, maybe
that
she's looking the wrong direction. Maybe she should just find herself a nice girl, and that's all for the time being, even, you know. But and yeah, this thing about I paid for this date, you paid for that date, he wouldn't even pay for this. If a man is interested in you, he should be paying for the fucking dates, okay?
if you're on a date with a man
They
and
make you feel obligated to them to pay for their fucking hot dogs. They're
he
disgusting.
takes you to an arcade and then he can't figure out the fucking
These guys are losers.
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 If you can't afford to take somebody out for a pizza and a beer, then you are a fucking loser. All
Right, or if you would even allow her to fucking pay, that's unbelievable.
That's loser behavior. Absolutely.
You know what else is loser behavior?
It's just a different time, I guess. Okay, yeah, tell me what else is loser behavior.
Well,
I can't fucking believe it. That fun fucking show we used to watch.
okay. Loser behavior is oh man. All right, I'm not even going to say it. But loser behavior is being a wolf in sheep's clothing, okay?
It's true. And let's set has anybody here watched Gigolos on
Gigolos.
Showtime. Has
It
anybody
is an
watched
older
it?
show.
It hasn't been on for a little while, but it was one of our top flippin' shows that we watched.
So I will give you a taste of this. So Michaeline calls me this morning. It was actually like noon, and I was still
It was about. I think it was about 11 o'clock. I knew it was too early, but I was just so excited.
She saw
See
this
what was happening.
documentary. She saw this documentary that I had not seen yet. There's this show that used to be on Showtime. It's called Gigolos. It's about we actually had the I guess the pimp of the Gigolos on the Weekend Sex that I used to do with Alan Fuchs, right? It was called Cowboys for Angels. It was this group of male gigolos in Nevada and
in Vegas, but the entire group of gigolos, it's a definite business. They're male escort people. What was it? Cowboys for
Angels.
Cowboys for Angels. It's a male escort business. It's in all the cities, though. The people who found it and wanted to produce a show about it ended up finding them in Vegas, and they made a show about them, and it was the most.
It still exists. Look here.
It was the most interesting thing.
Here's the website, right? So look at all these places: Vegas, Los Angeles, South Florida, and it's for companionship. Private. But these are male escorts, right?
They're male escorts. They can't be selling sex. So they're male escorts. Right.
Right. But in Vegas,
I mean, even in Vegas, they're not allowed to sell sex. They are male escorts. But they called the show on Showtime Gigolos. And once you started watching it, you just got hooked on it, and you would watch them go on dates and do their thing, and you got to there were quite a few of them. Some came, some went, but we both had our favorites. It was kind of fun.
Good God. I mean, like the one that was the most hilarious one, his name was Brace, okay? And he's
an older guy. But
when I'm going to show a clip of him real fast. Okay. He was the goofiest man you would ever meet in your life. He had white blonde hair. He was older, and he was from the Midwest, and he just was tanned to the gods. And
yes.
And he was just such a fucking goofball, okay? And he had been there from the beginning. Here's Brace, right? So just to give you a taste of this.
And he's the oldest one. I mean, there's younger, good-looking, studly ones too, but he's pretty much a stud, really.
Right, but would you ever choose?
He's not the one I wanted to go for. No, I didn't want to go for him.
Grace.
He looks even younger there, though.
Real estate. Those calves' ears are looking nicely shaped.
That's called lunges. What do people say?
Oh God, I don't want to show too much because
don't show too much.
They're just very curious, they're like, well, really?
Right. So there's Brace, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought, and if you watched the show, who would have thought that he would be the
most level-headed one
in this documentary, because he was like an idiot, right?
Well, so was Nick, was an idiot, okay?
Right. Nick Hawk, right?
I liked Vin because he seemed pretty level-headed and he seemed pretty regular.
Right.
He wasn't, I don't think he was the most handsome one, but I did like him the best.
So Michaeline calls me this morning and she says, there's this documentary. One of the gigolos unalived someone.
Basically. Or I didn't say that. I didn't know who did it. I didn't know if he actually did it. I just said it's called City Gigolo. And it's about our gigolos. It's about that show. There's 3 episodes, and
I'm in the middle of the middle of the 3rd one.
He got
and the moment she said it, I knew who it was. I knew. Yeah. And it can't be the one that you would assume, which was the one with all the tattoos, and this one had tattoos too. But I'm because I am very perceptive of wolves in sheep's clothing, right?
Because when I called you in the morning, did I tell you who it was? I didn't know who it was by that point.
No, but I knew. When I thought back, I went, it's got to be this one. The one that is so caring and spiritual and I want to make the women feel good and all this stuff. It's like, you motherfucker, I know it's you. I know it's you.
But anyway, it's such an interesting show. And now this thing where he got arrested, and you guys all should watch it. Just watch it because it's unbelievable. It's
You
just
have to watch
unbelievable.
now. So here's a little preview of it.
Yes. At the time I called Keanu, I wasn't sure which one it was, but she knew.
I knew immediately because it would not. You told me that mushrooms were involved or whatever. I'm like, okay.
They took mushrooms and he beat the fuck.
They took mushrooms and then he beat her to death. Okay, great.
Even if you watch the whole entire series, which is just 3, not in series, but just this little documentary with the 3 episodes, every single person on there went, oh no, that's not Ash. There's no way.
Yeah, but Ash, that's the first person I thought of. I said, to make this a compelling fucking thing, it has to be Ash.
And the way they present it all the way through, you're not quite sure he did do it until the very end, really. You're not quite sure.
I was sure he did it.
I know, Keanu, but as you're watching it, there's a lot of different theories and a lot of different people looking into it. And everybody thought that, yes.
No way, Ash.
Everybody thought
right.
They would have never thought it was Ash. It's the truth. They would have never thought it was him.
It's right, because it's the wolf in sheep's
because you dated one of those, okay?
Right.
So that's why you know. And then the mother is on there, and who is that like?
And she's
Did you see the mother?
Yes, it's exactly like the same thing. It's like, no, this is bullshit. This can't be real. Not my Ash. No. Or I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, it's the same exact fucking thing.
It is.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like, no way, it couldn't be. Not even the producers of the show.
Up until, honestly, even up until the last season, the last episode, where I wasn't quite sure and they weren't quite sure, and finally they were sure. But up until that point, I really didn't want it to be him. I did not.
The moment you called me, I said, and this happened in 2020. I don't know how I missed it. I have
me either. But it's been going on for a while. I mean, anyway. By the time he got, and
I have
not want to ruin the show for you, but he did get indicted and he's in jail. And
there are spoiler alerts here in case you are wanting to watch and you don't understand who it is. We're telling you right now. So sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, but it's a great show, and I'm sorry if you never watched Showtime Gigolos. You should definitely go back and watch.
It was addicting. It was addicting.
So good. I remember telling Denise, I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to look up this Vin.
At least you weren't going to book the Unaliver.
No. I liked Vin because he was the kindest one. Okay. Anyway, so I said, I'm going to look up this Vin. He's this much money. I already looked him up. He's this much money. If you go to other cities, they have all kinds of them, but I'm going to go to Vegas and I'm going to look him up, or I'm going to book him. And I mean, it's going to cost me this much for an hour. It's going to cost me this much for 3 or for the evening. And Denise says, oh my God. Well, as long as you're safe.
Well, I mean, they're on television. They must be safe.
Well, how safe was that chick?
So you must watch this. It's called the Sin City Gigolos, right? Okay.
No, it's called Sin City Gigolo. And then, but the original show is the Gigolos.
Gigolos on Showtime.
It's so funny. When I saw it, because I was just looking for something to watch this morning, and when I saw it, I went, I wonder if that's our gigolos. And then I saw the picture of all of them in the desert there, when they're doing their photo op. And
And
I
then
went,
when
oh my
you
God, it
called
is
me,
about them.
when you called me, I was like, is it fake? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's like an actual like ID network sort of thing? Like, where one of them
got arrested.
unalived
Oh
someone?
my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm sure like mushrooms do a lot of great for a lot of people, but not if you're a violent like wolf in sheep's
But he's
clothing.
not usually.
Yeah.
That's what they said. He's not usually. He said he didn't appear to be.
Exactly. Right. But I knew as soon as you said it, I went, I bet it's that fucking long-haired one acting like he's some kind of fucking healer. Yes, exactly. He's a healer.
And honestly, when you hear Bryce talk about him and when you hear Nick talk about him, which Nick is a whole nother fucking story. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's always been an idiot.
I
Right.
mean, now he's what, a guru.
He comes on and he's a guru, like, yes.
He was a rapper for a while.
Oh my God. So here they all are. Here, let me just go ahead and let me just show
Can
you.
you show a picture of all of them?
Yes. Showtime.
You guys need to watch it. Really, I don't know what it was on Showtime, but I think you can get it on the reruns. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. What is it called? What is that called?
Whatever it's called.
No, what's it called on Amazon when you have that?
You mean the new show?
No, I mean the actual network.
Whatever. Prime.
You can probably get it on Prime if you have that network. Because they all kind of overlap, and on Prime you can get it on Paramount Plus. So, yeah, Prime Video. Thank you, Chris Thompson. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I can never remember anything. I'm losing my words.
I'm losing my words. I'm just
losing my words.
One photo of them. Here we go.
They're also
so. Here they are. This is very blurry, but it's what I have here. So here's the gigolos, right? Here's Ash, long hair. He's the healer, right? Asshole. Yeah. Here's Vin. Here's Nick. This is the guy that we had on the podcast. He's there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. And then that's Brace, and this guy's Bradley, right?
There's Brace, and there's Bradley, right?
And the funniest fucking thing.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. So if you never watched
let's not give it away. They need to watch it because it's so ridiculous and interesting.
No, I'll give it away. This guy, he fucking unalived someone. Okay, no, I mean we've already said it. This guy did because he's the healer.
I don't think they can see what guy you're pointing at. I can't see it.
Right here, on all the way to the left with the long hair. The guy that massages women into feeling better.
Open up your thing, your browser, so that you can see these guys. But
I have. I mean,
I'm opening up my browser, okay, so I can see them. Oh my God!
Right, we had.
And they are like mega stars in Vegas. They're not doing. I don't think they're doing it anymore. I think it's over with now. But
he fucked someone's literal brains out.
Well, it was worse than that. Really worse than that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there they are. When Michaeline calls me and tells me this, he was first on my radar. Guy all the way. I said, I knew it.
It took him a half hour to finally tell you which one it was or to get to the arrest, But
I knew it.
I sort of did, but I sort of didn't. I was just, I think it could have been any of them, really.
No, no, it shouldn't have been any of them. but I knew it was like the least likely because he's a wolf in sheep's fucking clothing. I took mushrooms. I don't know what happened. Bullshit. You had a violent fucking streak and you took it out on this lady, and that's that. Lock him up and throw away the key, right? I'm in the middle of the...
He's going to get out in a little while because
Yeah, great.
He pled to a lesser charge, so...
Great. But I mean, the police didn't even understand.
But the actual documentary with the 3 episodes is very interesting, even though you know it's him. It's very interesting in the things that they say and the stuff that they go through trying to figure it out. So I highly recommend you watching it. And honestly, I think you'd really appreciate it more if you watched some of those shows back from Gigolos. It was so fucking good.
So here's a small clip. I will play only just a couple minutes of it, or a couple of Ash, the perpetrator of the unalivement of a poor woman that hired him to have a fun night with him.
No, she did not. She was a friend of his.
Yeah.
She was a friend of his. He had been seeing her for a while. Okay.
Yes. So even worse. Anyway, here he is on the show. Here's Ash. He's the best guy ever.
Hi, how you doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm Amber from Memphis.
She's Amber. Where's Ash? Here he is with his hair, walking her in.
Yeah.
My family knows.
She's walking him in.
Mom supports me.
Walking him in. I just don't want to play too much. Here he is. I'm gonna help you.
If she wasn't married, she'll be doing it too. Yeah. She loves sex too.
Where are you visiting from?
Memphis.
Memphis.
Yes.
There he is.
You picked the worst thing. He seems so sleazy here.
He seems. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Come on, you watched him on the show. He didn't seem that sleazy, okay?
If I ever had to choose one to sleep with, it would have been Nick. He's an idiot, but he never harmed me.
Now he's a guru.
Right.
He's got that long beard, and every time people talk to him, he was just holding out his hands like this.
Exactly. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. It's usually the one hung like a pimple. He probably.
Oh my god!
Look at him! Look at him go! Yeah, he's like, get your magic carpet out, sire. Like, no, I'm upset. He unalived a person. He unalived someone. He could have done it to anyone, but he's always like, "Oh, I just want to treat the women right."
Because he's into
into bullshit.
Into a higher being.
A higher being. And then he brutally unalived a person. Like wolf in sheep's fucking
he called the police though. I mean, he called them.
after he the first person he called was another gigolo.
That's true. And then that gigolo called the other gigolo.
And then that gigolo called the other gigolo. And the first gigolo that he called, by the way, he's like he was an ex-military. He just took out all of his guns. He said, "I don't know what to do. Let me just take all of the guns away.
I'm gonna hide the guns."
And then that gigolo called Brace, the other gigolo.
Brace walked two feet in, and he went, "I don't know if I should even go in there."
He went, "I don't know what else to do here.
I'm getting out of here.
I see blood. You should call the cops. I don't know what else to do." Poor Brace. How is Brace the laughing stock of the original reality show, the one that is most level-headed in this entire
I don't think he was a laughing stock. I think he was just different. I think Nick was the biggest laughing stock.
Okay, the both of them laughing stocks, right?
Nick was such a doofus.
Brace was a
I just want to
doofus.
know how he's got a like a center, a place. He's called Dr. something Nick whatever, and he's got a place to minister to his people now. He's in those baggy clothes, the long beard.
Yeah, maybe after he's like, one of my buddies unalived a lady. I think I need to find some sort of something.
No, I think he was already that because he went. They call he was right there going. You mean to tell me they called Bradley and then Brace to come there?
He's like, oh, you got to be kidding me, right? Really?
Oh my god!
So the gigolos are all calling each other. He's like, something happened, right? He doesn't immediately call. Ash doesn't, and then finally, when he does, but this is him basically. Just so you have like a taste of who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a caregiver out there, so we don't have time to date.
So you take care of people. Like what is
Ugh.
It's a warm feeling to help somebody that can't help themselves. You know,
That's nice.
a lot of people I
That's
take.
nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There he is, Ash, ladies and gentlemen. There he is.
Yeah, I totally relate. I've been doing massage for over 10 years, so
okay.
Yeah, massaging. Okay. He's massaging people. I've had enough. No. I knew it was him from the moment you called me. I knew it couldn't be Brace. Okay. Brace is an actual, like, nice guy. They called Brace, and they could have incriminated poor Brace, honestly. He walked up there. He's like, I see blood. I'm not walking in here.
Oh my god, it
The
was
most
interesting. Everybody watch it. You'll be entertained.
Even if you haven't seen the show, it's the most unbelievable fucking thing ever. I don't know how it ends. I'm in the middle of the 3rd episode, but beware of wolves in sheep's clothing, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if you took mushrooms.
Yes, because you are very aware of that.
Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. King Douche looks like he's about to fall asleep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The bigger douche is Nick, but this guy's a bad dude.
No, who's a bigger douche, Mom? At the end of the day, who's a bigger douche?
Well, I think he's beyond a douche. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you need stronger words for him. He's beyond a douche. Nick is the douche.
And now look at
He's
Nick.
your favorite.
No, I know. I went because I always loved him, even though I
that's
knew
the one
he
you
was
wanted
an
to be
idiot.
with. And then you had them on the week. You had the owner on the Weekend Sex, the guy who like developed the gigolos, or it was his business. And I was
Yeah,
just like
Darren.
I was so jealous. I'm just like, oh, if you are going to be with Nick, I have to go with you because I want to be with Vin.
Oh my god. Yeah, Lainey said, well, I could probably get you like a free session with Nick.
Oh my
And I was
god!
like,
Oh my god! I was like, wow, Keanu.
I went, I don't know if I can do that. I can't.
Why? You weren't
Yeah.
married or anything.
Yeah, no, exactly. But like, I'm like, I feel like, at what point am I like, for the podcast? Yes, I guess. But I knew he was a moron.
Well,
But
you guys went to the those awards in Las Vegas for the podcast.
it's true.
So you went and did all kinds of things. You could have sampled the wares of Nick.
I could have back then, sure. But like, I knew. God, I'm trying to show you his new persona. Hang
Oh,
on.
Nick's new persona. I know. It's unbelievable.
Nick used to just be like a douche. Now he's
Yeah, he was tattooed.
now Reverend Dr. Nick Eagle.
He's be Nick Hawk. He's just a I'm not shitting on New Jersey, but he's a regular New Jersey jerk, okay?
Okay, so here's some of Nick used to just be like a dumb douchebag, but like somebody you could have sex
People used
with.
to make fun of him. He was in a rap contest. He was the worst rapper in the world.
Oh,
Okay.
terrible.
Everything he was gonna do, everybody made fun of him.
Here's some of his TikTok.
I'm anti-tattoos now, but remember, I got covered head to toe, really dark, went over them a bunch of times. I know they definitely poisoned me. I'm against getting big sleeves, but it's something small, like...
He looked nothing like that.
No, he looked nothing like that. Oh
why I left Las
So many of
Vegas.
you asked why I left Las Vegas.
Oh
If you
my
followed
God.
me for a while, you definitely know why I left. I know, it was once my favorite place in the world as well. I made a lot of money there.
He's actually better looking now.
Oh, he is. He is. And it's just that he's had so many personas that this one, when I saw
Two
him,
houses
I was
sold,
like,
2 to go.
He is so much better looking. Look at him. He used to be.
he's like skinnier and yeah. I'll have to look him up.
I know. He's wild. Brace was the most embarrassing one.
But Brace is
for
is
sure.
still the same guy. I mean, he's just
He's like, yeah, I don't know. I walked over there and there was blood on the ground.
but
So I said,
that guy Bradley, I mean, he was new to the show when it was kind of turning over and we don't watch it anymore. But he was like a short-haired dude, Southern guy, like Southern Baptist guy who was in the Marines, and he came out to Vegas and wanted to do this. And now he's got this tight man bun up here. He looks ridiculous.
Matthew Mead, thank you for the $4.99. I took mush and I never kill. I know it doesn't seem like the thing that you would kill on unless you are a.
I'm pretty sure that they had done it many times together. They were friends. It wasn't just a one night stand, or it wasn't just a girl he was just with one night. He had been with
Sure,
her.
but it doesn't matter the drug. It's like you're gonna blame it on mushrooms now. Give mushrooms a bad rap.
Well, I don't know. You just need to watch the whole fucking thing. I don't think he wanted to kill her. Something happened. I really don't think he wanted to kill her, but who knows what transpired.
He beat the shit out of her until she was unalived. That's what happened. It's not mushrooms' fault.
But he really beat her. I mean,
Exactly.
It was overkill. Over fucking kill. Okay? Truly.
So, right. This is not a PSA on like, don't do mushrooms. This is a PSA on like, you know what? If you have those dark, deep down thoughts and you maybe ever feel violent, get help and
They
never
also said he was taking a lot of different kinds of things for muscles. What is that?
like creatine and like,
whatever. He was taking ketamine was a drug he liked, which is something else. But he was also taking muscle enhancers, and he was getting kind of getting kind of mean.
Yeah, exactly. No fucking excuse. No mercy.
Yeah, like steroids and stuff. Yes, he was taking steroids, and his personality was changing, and people noticed that he was getting a little bit pissed off at people, and
right.
And so who knows?
Like, look, right, the guru with the long hair who wants to make women feel comfortable. He's the one that like snaps and goes. Hang on, Eugene's calling me. Hi, Eugene.
Steroids. He was taking steroids.
Steroids, you think?
Steroids, yes.
Probably.
I couldn't think of the word. I'm sorry.
mean, you're like muscle enhancers, say steroids. It's
I
not
couldn't
even
think.
done.
No. Listen, I couldn't think of the word. Of course,
She just couldn't think of the
I just
word.
couldn't think of the word. The word escaped me, Gino.
Steroids. And I'm like, say steroids, Mickey.
I can't say it if I can't remember it.
Yes. So
Thank you for your assistance.
Yes, thank you, Eugene.
It's not even you, Mickey. You go muscle enhancers and Kevin's like, yeah, those, not those.
We couldn't remember the fucking word.
Yeah, exactly, because we got all of our muscles from working out.
All right. Just reach out. Love you, girls.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.
He's going, steroids. Say steroids.
Muscle enhancer.
I take mushrooms and I'll never get Matt Mead. Thank you again. He says, I take mushrooms and I never kill. Exactly. I know. And then he did super chat. Thank you.
Oh my God. I've never taken a mushroom.
No, I would never because I don't like
either.
hallucinogens. Right.
I would be the one that killed somebody.
Right, but like you are not a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Your anger is like right out there. You'll walk off my show if I ignore you for 5 seconds,
Minutes.
Like these are not the people. Like I just knew it has nothing to do with mushrooms. All I've heard about mushrooms is that like it gives people like a nice thing, but that's what
he was taking steroids and he was taking a lot of them and he was trying to, enhance himself. And they said he had no money, which is incredible to me. It's just incredible to me that they lived that life and they charged $3,000 a crack to spend an evening with a woman. And yeah.
Right. Chris Thompson, thank you for the $2. My other persona is Girthquake. You know what? I love it. Girthquake. Mom.
Girthquake.
He's girthy. You see?
I know. I prefer girth over length.
Who doesn't? Am I right? You should start your own Cowboys for Angels. Girth Boys for Angels. I love it. Thank you, everybody that super chatted. Here's some 1 million Kiki bucks for all of you. Yeah. But I will get through the third episode of the of this documentary.
I was watching it again before we went on because I wanted to see if I missed anything. So I'm in episode 2 now. So I'm going to finish watching it again tonight.
And spoiler alert, I understand, like, at least his friends, like Brace, convinced him, call the cops. Like,
no. He called on his own.
Right.
He called on his own. He was shocked at what he had done. Okay. And I really believe that.
Yeah. But that has to come somewhere within you.
He called on his own.
No, I know. But after
you heard the whole call. I mean, he seemed like, holy fuck. And then even when he got in the vehicle, he just went, did you get her? Did you get her alive or whatever he said? He said, did you revive her?
Well, the other thing is, before he called 911, he had his one gigolo come over who hid the guns. And then he had the other gigolo.
No, Bradley called Brace.
Okay, so one gigolo, he called one gigolo, and then one gigolo called another gigolo.
Yes,
and then
he didn't
Grace
call 2
said,
gigolos.
I'm not walking up here.
No, he didn't call 2 gigolos. He called 1 gigolo. The other gigolo called the other gigolo.
Either way, I'm
not sticking up for him. I'm just saying. I think he got in a situation where he fucked up, man, and he
Definitely.
No, I think he was fully there confessing. He fucking called the police. He didn't try to run and hide. Yes, his
Thank
suitcase
God.
his
Right.
suitcase was packed because it was packed the night before because he was supposed to go to Miami. So
Yes.
what he
but-
did was out of control. I mean, what he did was completely out of control.
Yeah. Right. You guys have to watch this. It's on Amazon Prime or Prime
I mean, and let us
Video
know
or
what you
whatever,
think.
yeah.
You just can't say, "Oh, he's." I understand why you're saying what you're saying. Okay, he's a sheep in wolf's clothing. Okay, a wolf in sheep's clothing. I
Yeah.
get that. I get that. Right, but I also think something fucking snapped in him, and he just went fucking nuts.
The wolf came out. Yeah. Right.
Right.
Not good. Not good.
I
Yeah,
know. I'm
it's
not
good.
sticking
Yeah.
up for him, but he did call the police and he did admit to what happened. He was shocked at his own self. He was
Right, exactly. So if you know in your heart of hearts, like, I have this violent streak about me, right?
Well,
Then drugs are not for you. I don't care if they're mushrooms or blow or alcohol or what have you.
Well,
They are
also
not for you.
maybe
Vegas
the
is not for
combination of the
you.
steroids and everything. Every single person on that fucking show said we knew they would do stupid things, but we would never think it would be murder, and we would never think it was Ash. Every single person on that fucking show said that. Every single one. So I'm just saying that something happened somewhere along the line where he just fucking flipped the fuck out.
No excuse, though.
No,
excuse.
I'm not making an excuse for him, but it's not just all cut and dried like you're saying, you know?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, like, if you have this like darkness in you and you want to be like, oh, I'm gonna help women.
Yeah,
and
but
massage
was the
them and
darkness
do stuff
caused
and-
by too many steroids and
chicken or the egg? Were you dark already, or did
Yeah.
the
No, I
steroids
mean,
and
yeah,
the
I
drugs
don't know.
cause it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chicken
Yeah,
or the either way, somebody is not alive anymore. So
yeah, yes, and he has to pay the price, of course. But yeah,
at
I'm
least
not-
he called the police after he called two other gigolos.
he called one gigolo.
At least he called the police after he called one gigolo, and that gigolo called another gigolo, and that gigolo Brace said, I don't know what to do here. We're laughing about it, but it's
And
tragic.
Nick is absolutely hilarious. Okay, he's sitting there in his
Brace-
robes. Reverend Nick, he's sitting there in his robes, and he's going, "You've got to be kidding me." They called Bradley and Brace. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's like, you're lying to me. They called Bradley first and then Brace, the biggest idiots of all time. Right, he's right. And like the two biggest like laughing stock gigolos that we all laughed at while we were watching the show was Brace and Nick, right? Now Nick is another persona. He is you know, right? And then Brace is the exact same. He's like, hey, Bradley called me. I walked up there, I saw blood, and I said, call the cops, and I left. This is the most
I know we're laughing at it, but it's really awful.
It's terrible. And something in me when you called me the
funniest fucking thing. Okay, they thought it was a different girl.
Okay, so then all right, so here's another thing about the show. So Ash, the long-haired wolf in sheep's clothing, or excuse me, yes, wolf in sheep's clothing, was dating this other content creator, like an OF chick or whatever. And the police
thought it was
for some reason, even though she doesn't look anything like her, assumed it was her. They had a press conference and said it was his girlfriend,
Tia.
Okay.
Which he was broken up with, Tia. And then everybody was calling Tia and saying, oh my God, we're so glad you're okay. And so So Tia goes over there and she goes, I'm alive.
Hi guys, I'm alive. Yeah, thank you. You know, Las Vegas PD. Yeah, thank you, Las Vegas PD, for scaring literally everyone in my life and saying that it was a dispute between him and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was known to be Tia, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm
alive.
Like, I'm alive.
Even she said there's no way Ash did this. Even she said that. Okay.
She did,
Tyler,
yeah.
the perfect storm. What's the dude's name? His name was Ash Kubiak. ASH. He has a different name. It's Ash, but Kubiak is his last name. Ash. ASH.
Matt Mead, Girthquake. Matt Mead, thank you for the 199. I wasn't mushroom tea, Gene. No mushroom tea. Yes, exactly. No, I don't think it's because of the mushrooms. I'm just saying if you have any sort of like violent streak in you, and people do, like,
yeah, but I think the steroids could have altered him as well.
Yeah, so you gotta take like physical and mental like accountability for yourself. If you want to be so like swole that you need to do steroids or something,
well, it's because
just know that you might fucking have a violent outburst.
They also said because he was getting older and because he had no money and he had to keep doing the work and do whatever. He wanted to be the best he could be, so he was doing the steroids to make him be as built as he could be. I'm just saying, I listened to everything, Keanu. Maybe you were just rushing through it.
No, I can't wait to get through the rest of it. I'm just not going to give him a pass because
I'm not giving him a pass. Yeah. I'm just saying I understand. I know he did a bad thing, but I thought it could be maybe Nick. Before they actually said Ash, I thought maybe it could be Nick.
The moment you called me, I said, it's Ash. I know it. I know it. I know it because he's the least likely. And that it couldn't have been Nick. He's an outward.
I know, it's just that Nick is such a renegade, I didn't know he had robes now and a long beard.
He's always been an idiot. Well, we definitely know it's not Brace.
But, yeah, he was an idiot, but he was very entertaining. And the first show, the very beginning, the first season, he lived with a guy who was one of the gigolos, and he looked like Gaston. Do you remember him? Do you remember
Nick
the gigolo?
did?
No, Nick lived with a guy who was one of the gigolos in the very first season that looked like
yes,
Gaston.
and he had the penis cage. Yes.
Yes. That woman put him in a penis cage. Oh my God.
And that guy seemed like he so did not want to be on the show at all.
We highly recommend you guys going back in the seasons and watch all of the seasons of Gigolos. It is so entertaining and so fucking good. It's just addicting.
Me and Elliot, my bestie Elliot, obviously, right? We still say to ourselves all the time, I text him this all the time. There's a clip of Brace. There was this like older woman because Brace was always the older one. So he got all of the like elderly clientele, right?
Not necessarily. They all kind of shared the wealth of whoever they got.
That's true.
Do you remember when? Do you remember when? Wait, when Vin,
the midget
dwarf?
Yes. How could I forget?
Okay, so go ahead. I'm sorry. It just came to me.
Me and Elliot still say to each other all the time, Brace was so sweet to this older lady, and she had a wig on, and he's like,
I don't remember, but tell me. Please tell me.
I don't know why it's It's gonna kill me. She's like, me and Elliot have been talking about this. I'm not kidding, for like close to 10 years. This woman, she's like got a wig on. She's like an older lady. She's got a drink. She's got Brace there. He's like,
Oh my god.
she goes, she's got a cocktail. She's having the time of her life. She's got Brace there, and he goes, do you feel good? She went, yes. Thank you, Brace. Thank you. Do you look good? She's like, yes. Thank you, Brace. Thank you so much, because you look so good right now. Like,
Is that what he
I
said?
don't know
Did he
what
say that
about
to you?
it. Yes. And she's like, yes, thank you, Brace. Thank you. She's like, basically, she was like 75 years old. Yes, thank you, Brace. Thank you. I don't know what it is about it. I would have to find it, but I text it to Elliot all the time still.
I'll have to see that. Secondly, it's so funny. And I know they're making a lot of money and this is their business, but they act like whatever women come to them they treat them like they are the most glamorous, lovely, sexual women in the world. All of them. It's an amazing. It's an
Unless
amazing.
they're Ash and then they unalive them. Exactly.
I don't know.
know.
Ash had some pretty sexy stuff going on too.
I knew it. I knew it was him the moment you
I
said
know.
it.
I get it. I mean, I get it, but he did. So I'm just saying, I highly recommend watching Gigolos. I'm gonna go back and watch the whole series again.
I'm gonna go back and
Finish out this documentary.
Yes, definitely. But the whole series Gigolos, it is to be watched. You should watch it.
You
It is
should watch it.
addicting. Yeah.
You should definitely watch it. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's
Wait,
unbelievable.
let's look up real quick some of Brace's best moments.
Okay. Will we get in trouble?
No.
I don't know how many episodes there are. I mean, the documentary is only 3 episodes. So, but to watch all of it was originally on Showtime, to watch all of the reruns of the whole show. I mean, it'll take you a little time, but it is magnificent.
Oh my god, Brace. Brace is like the fucking best human being maybe ever. Let's see.
I mean, he's really nice, you know?
He is. Thank you, Brace. Thank you. Here he is. I think he's gonna cry here, maybe.
Oh God.
Place of anger. I don't
know any more of this.
Yeah, don't. Well, you should go back to the Gigolo with the penis cage on, just for the fun of it. Can you find that?
Gigolos.
So we can at least just take a look at him.
Let me look. God. Oh my god, that guy.
I can't believe you remembered that.
I knew it immediately what you were talking about. Gigolo season 4, episode 7, best girl scene. No. I needed some housework done. That's my. Oh my god. All right, this is cute. This is family friendly. Here's Brace having to do some housework.
A few hours. I got a honeydew list for you.
Oh, that's my list?
Yes.
Oh.
I made it for you.
So this is what you want me to do?
Yes. Just overwhelmed.
She hired him to do housework.
Go at it.
Oh, okay. Yes. She's like, got him. Oh, it's too good.
I see you've got dust blinds,
Yes.
leaves out of the pool, plumbing leak under the sink. All right, I can do that.
I needed some housework done. I really did. And I like how
She is such a Vegas lady, too. Oh my god. Here, I guess he's gonna go.
Take a little swig.
If you
of
need a
this.
drink, just let me know. Just
Okay.
make yourself at home. Get her going.
Get her going, and I'll get.
Does he have to take his clothes off?
And I'll.
I don't
You
know.
know, just evaluate the job and make sure that I can get it done for you at the.
And if you watch the documentary, he looks the exact same.
He does. He looks pretty goddamn good, I have to say.
Why do all these guys sound so effeminate? I don't know. They really do.
Because they're metrosexuals. They take care of themselves. They get their hair done. They get tan. They keep up with themselves because they're gigolos.
You know what else though? It did cross my mind with Ash when I heard him like speak again in this documentary. I'm like, is he fucking like annoyed that he can't? He feels like uncomfortable coming out as a gay man or something. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't think they would go
into that. I don't think they would go into that business if they were gay. Okay, that's just my opinion. They would just go. They would just go do a different business.
Or mom, if you were gay and you felt so uncomfortable with it, and you were trying to hide it,
They're all
that would
grown
be
up. Why would they feel uncomfortable with it? They could be a gay escort. It's
well,
it's
Ash and his family, you know, they're like, you know, that may be against their religion or something.
They're like
You
Hindu
never
or
know.
something. They're Indian Hindu, right?
mean-
Whatever. Who knows? I mean, I don't think so.
No.
They're also against their religion. The mother, his dad had 2 wives.
The dad had 2 wives of Ash.
Ash's dad had 2 wives, 2 partners. They all lived together.
This is what tells me even more. Maybe Ash was like, maybe he's angry because he couldn't have been himself for so long, you know? I don't know.
He seemed like he had a really good relationship with his mama, honestly. And she
Well,
was
mom
part of
is
a threesome. She was part of a throuple.
The mom
The
was
mom was, yes. The dad had 2 partners, her and another woman. And they raised the children together.
I don't know. There's so many like things that could be happening. I certainly
They were
don't.
unconventional. That's what the woman said. That's what his mom said. We
We
are
would-
an unconventional family.
Let's watch Brace clean this house really fast.
Oh my god. I think he has to get takes his clothes off, right?
Well, maybe.
Proper time.
I got lots of tools too.
I am a very handy guy. I'm very smart. I can build things, fix things.
You feeling good? Yes, Brace, yes.
Things, whatever. Put this bad boy on.
He's not taking his
Sweet.
clothes off. Oh.
She
I thought he
needed
would be.
something
I
done
thought he'd be in it like a thong or something.
No. She's like, I just needed some things done around the house.
And if I'm going to pay somebody, I'd like to pay somebody who's good looking.
Yes, and maybe they'll have sex with me after. There he goes. Here's getting
No,
up
I
off
think
the
he probably
ladder.
does have sex with her.
Somewhere. Do I want to do this list for Billy? Not really. But I will because I'm a professional.
Okay, we can't show any more of this probably. It's the greatest show of all time.
Everybody, please watch it. Start watching it, and then we'll have a discussion about it the next time we're on.
And I'm gonna finish the new documentary.
I'm gonna finish watching it again because I want to make sure that I saw everything, and I'm gonna start watching Gigolos. Holy shit!
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
And thank you, Amy, for coming on and putting up with us. And the other thing is, I need everyone to look at this fucking documentary, and then we'll reconvene next week, and you guys tell me what you think. But
yeah, well, watch the documentary first, and then when you have some time, start the show from the beginning, because the actual Gigolos show, because it's worth you watching. It's so fucking hilarious.
It is. And then one ended up being a cold-blooded unaliver. It's wild. Thank you, everyone. Let me give out some Kiki bucks before we get out of here.
This
1
was fun,
million
Keanu.
Kiki bucks for everyone who joined us.
This is really fun tonight, Keanu. Thank you.
It was. It was truly fun. 1 trillion Kiki coins.
Wow.
If you are not subscribed, get subscribed. If you're not a member, become a member. And if you're not watching Keanu Cast wherever you listen to your podcasts, then I don't know what you're doing with your life. And it's very rude to watch and not subscribe. So, we love you. We love the Butt Rug Babies. Thank you for all the super chats. I think we got them all. And I don't know. It remains to be seen what's going to go on with the gigolos. But I will never forget Michaeline calling me this morning and saying, one of those gigolos killed someone.
Holy.
What?
I know it was too early because I knew you were probably still sleeping. But I said, well, I just want to tell you this.
I'm like, what? I'm like, for real, or is it like a play thing? You're like, no, one actually, I said it was like an ID thing.
I just happened upon it and I just went, Sin City Gigolo. I just thought, oh my God, is it our gigolos?
I'm contacting Lainey and I'm going to ask her if any of them would come on.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be great. Oh my God. We could have Nick on.
That's the one I would have chosen.
We could ask him about his new life. And Brace would be fun to have on.
If I could pick one, it would be Brace. So
yeah,
I will.
Brace would be really have fun. We would have some fun with him. Oh my God. I think it would require some money though. They're not going to do it without being paid. So
no. Just I don't care how much money to get Brace on this.
I think it would be a lot of money, Keanu. I doubt he'd do it for less than $2,000.
Lainey could pull some strings. Like
maybe. Oh my God.
We have to have Brace here.
Oh my God. She would have to say, look, these chicks, they are major fans of Joe's. I would love to have Brace and Nick because those two, and they always got along. They even said they always got along. But Brace and Nick, they're both so fucking different.
They've changed my life. Brace, when he said, me and Elliot still talk about it. Thank you, Brace. Thank you. You look good. You feel good because you look good.
And you know what? You don't only see their dates and the things that they do sexually. You see their lives and what they're going through and the stuff that they're keeping up with, and it's just a fun show.
It's too good. It's too good. So this has been the episode of Bacchanal Thursday. We got Amy on here. She told us everything about being a stripper and a lovely woman in the Chicagoland area stripping network. We can't thank Amy enough. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of the super chats. Thank you for tuning in. And everybody go watch this documentary because we will be continuing this saga.
Yeah, we're gonna have a quiz.
Yes, we're having a quiz.
You'll have to answer questions.
I'm going to finish it now. Fuck you, Ash. You wolf in sheep's clothing. This has been Bacchanal Thursday. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. And 1 million Kiki bucks for you all. 1 trillion Kiki coins.
Wow.
And we will see you next week. And also listen to the newest episode of Keanu Cast, wherever you find your podcast.
Yep.
We'll see you later, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Bye now. You're the cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, and the...
Yes, you are the eel's hips, the cat's pajamas, and
the bee's knees. Thank you for joining us. Love you all.